Welcome in. How are y'all doing today? Google Jensen Ackles. I don't know which person lived here. It was someone with children? Because I know they like lived here during like while they were shooting Supernatural, and people would like run into them, but I don't remember which one it was. Because I know there's like two main characters. I don't know which person it was. They had kids, if that helps. um, but yeah, how are y'all doing today? How are things? Um, when are they releasing Super Duper Natural? That's the spin-off, I'm sure. I don't know what Supernatural is about. I know it's about um some guys, some men, and there's some sci-fi elements, and that's well, I know. I think they're brothers, or no, are they brothers? I don't know. All three have kids. Oh, well, I don't know which one it was then. Maybe they all live here. I don't know. I really enjoyed that show, but I had a ton of seasons, so I stopped watching. Yeah, I know it's really, really long. It's like a whole thing, you know? Just guys being dudes and dudes being guys. That you know, like you and the bros, like fighting the devil or something. I don't know what goes on in that show. Horror elements, okay. And yeah, I never watched Supernatural, but I was a big fan of Sherlock, which I know is not similar, but like they had like a lot of people watched like those shows as like they all watched them together, you know? It was big on Tumblr. Sure has something to do with the supernatural. Yeah, I'm guessing, yeah. And welcome in Draconian. How are you? You saw Supernatural episode that has a scary clown? What? They're bringing in the clowns? What's up with that? I thought it's about like angels and devils and like that kind of stuff, you know? Like that kind of mythology. Yeah, like the Super Who stuff back in the day. But I watched a little bit of Doctor Who actually, but I didn't really get super into it. My water bottle's like leaking. But I love Sherlock. I'm a really big fan of Sherlock. Did you know Supernatural had a crossover with Scooby Doo? I did not know that. That's cool. You were thinking about bringing back your Tumblr? I have not logged into my Tumblr for a very long time. I think I stopped. I can't remember the exact year, but I was definitely a heavy Tumblr user. Okay. Supernatural serial killer clowns need some time in the spotlight too. I mean, fair enough. I guess the show just covered everything. I know it went on forever, so they must have really branched out on all these things, you know? It's a really good episode. I'll take your word for it. I'm not a Scooby-Doo watcher. About twice. I'm gonna get Instagram story spam from people I follow who are IRL friends who are at Vegas. That's exciting. I mean, the only person I know who was there was Kalani, and Kalani's phone was dying, so I didn't see any. I didn't see any videos on Instagram, unfortunately. But if Kalani shows up, we can ask him all about it. You had multiple lives and multiple Tumblrs. I could only have the mental energy to maintain one, and it was about Ed Sheeran. Because I was a really big Ed Sheeran fan back in the day. I also briefly had like I think I briefly had like other Tumblrs, but I didn't really I didn't take them too seriously, you know. And Bear, thank you so much for the 2 months. I appreciate it. How are you doing today? The Scooby-Doo live action films are iconic. I don't think I was that into Scooby-Doo. I probably watched like the cartoon like here and there, but I don't think I watched anything else. I just know that the guy that was in the FNAF movie was like in Scooby-Doo. I think he played the main guy. I'm not sure. I can't remember who he played, but he was in there. Shaggy, maybe. I don't know. Probably Kalani's so tired from last night. I bet. And welcome in, Shkana. How are you? Matthew Lillard, but I don't know who he played. Maybe what if he played the dog? That'd be pretty iconic. He's from Scream too. Yeah, he was good. He got some cringe lines, to be fair, but he did good with what he was given. I know people were very excited to see him. And welcome in, or hi Wells. I think I said hi to you earlier. How are you doing? Um, he played Shaggy. He plays okay. He played Shaggy. That doesn't seem like it carries over, you know? Like he played like the villain. He played the villain, and he's like a villain guy, and then he's like Shaggy as well. You know, he's definitely not typecast. That is good. But yeah, I don't think I'll be watching that Scooby Doo. I think I'm past enjoying it now. He's from Hackers too. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. What is Hackers? I'm guessing it's a show. Is it a show about hackers? He's a versatile man. He was good. I thought he was. I thought he was great. Um, and welcome in Robo. How are you? Hackers came out in '96. Yeah, I never watched that. Oh, it's a movie. It's a movie. Okay. I mean, I watched movies from the '90s, but you know, some of them go past me. You know, like yeah, if it's a bad movie, then I wouldn't have a. I don't know if I would have like gone out of my way to watch it. You know. Um, Angelina Jolie was in it too. I don't. I can't remember. Angelina Jolie is like. Wasn't she? Was she in Eternals? Is that what she was in recently? I can't remember. I always forget who she is. I think I get her confused with a lot of the other like. A lot of the other actors like that, because some of them look similar. You know what I mean? Not sure what you were originally typing there. He's he's a movie. Did you just see Megalol, Angelina Jolie? I can't like yeah, I can't remember like which one she is because there's a lot of like there's a lot of no offense like there's a lot of women who kind of like fit that like archetype I guess like the type of character and they all kind of blend together and it's not their fault they were just given like you know like one type of like job to do you know which is like look hot. Played Thena in Eternals and Tomb Raider. Oh, okay. Wait, no. If you say Tomb Raider, I do know. That's cool. I do like I'm a I like Tomb Raider in aesthetic. I've never really like watched it or played it. But I do like she has a cool outfit. You know, she always looks cool. I do appreciate that. But I don't. I've heard like mixed things about the games. You know, like I know some are good and some are just like only okay. You know. And they go back very far. The concept of the original Tomb Raider games is kind of fun, but the controls are jank. I mean, yeah, were they like so old? Like, like they're like the Tomb Raider is like a really old franchise, no? Because she looks like a triangle, like she just looks like she's like made up of like three blocks in a triangle, you know? Like from the original ones. You say Lara Croft's hot? No, I like her like aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like like I don't know. She obviously is hot, but like just the outfit, you know? She's like very like what is it? Yeah, the archaeologist aesthetic. Like she's like prepared, like she has like the gun holsters and stuff, but she looks cool, you know? And welcome in Ali. Just a reminder, get your daily dose of potassium in. I don't think I've been doing that. Do I have to have potassium every day? But yeah, welcome in. It was fun Olympic diving off her mansion to her death. I don't get that reference. I'm sorry. It's both a hot and sick outfit. Exactly. It's like a perfect balance, you know? Alice Vikander played Lara Croft in the latest Tomb Raider movie. I don't know who that is either. But Lara Croft always looks cool. I wouldn't say she's my favorite. Um, she's my favorite. Like, what am I trying to say? Like, cool girl, I guess. But she's definitely up there. I don't know who has the best. Who has the best like video game outfit? You know. I don't know. Speaking of vitamins and minerals, I ran out of multivitamins. So you're going to go a little without them to see if you notice a difference. I stopped taking multivitamin as well because I don't think it really does anything. You know. Um, what am I trying to say? And like I actually like cut back a lot on my supplements. Right now I only take iron. I take vitamin D because like this is like the one sunny day of the year. I take probiotic, my favorite, and that's it. That's all now. Because I used to take like vitamin B. I would take like calcium. I would take like all sorts of things. But now I just like I'm like, does it really matter? Like I'm like, does it really make a difference? I don't think so. Oh, also I started taking magnesium. So I really take like 4 things. Um, Tifa's cool too. But really, her abs are like the carry, you know? Like the outfit is very centered around the abs. And like, if I had abs like Tifa's, then I would too, you know? Welcome in, Jimmy. I've been good. How are you? What's your opinion on banana bread? Banana bread is delicious. I only take vitamin C gummies. I mean, yeah, I guess if you don't have enough vitamin C. I think usually I'm fine on vitamin C, so I don't really need to take that. The multivitamins are the most expensive ones. The vegan omega-3 capsules are the pricey. I mean, yeah, you probably do need to like supplement a bit, right? So you don't like die. So you take it every day, nothing happens. I mean, you can't take too much vitamin C. According to my mom, um, if you just take too much vitamin C, like your body just doesn't process it and you just pee it out. So like it's nothing like it doesn't hurt, you know? You do 2,000. Is it microgram? I know what you mean, but I can't remember what it is. But apparently they're recommending 4,000 now in Alberta. What? I think mine's 1,000. I think mine's 1,000. I can't see it very well from here. Um, you produce fancy, expensive pee. Exactly. But to be fair, if you go to Costco, the vitamin C tablets are very cheap there. Because my family in Japan would ask, like my grandpa like asks for vitamin C tablets. Like our like the things that we bring back to Japan as like gifts are like very strange. Like he's like, give me vitamin C tablets. We're like, okay. Um, you produce. Sorry, I just read that. Vitamin C tablets slap. I mean, they do taste good. They do. I used to take them a lot, like emergency and stuff when I'm sick. But I don't know if I believe that. It's not like, isn't it not like scientifically proven? Like it's not like unproven, but like it's not like they haven't really like guaranteed it, you know? It's been a dreary day here in Chicago, very overcast and creepy outside. It's all like foggy. That happens all the time here. Just like a huge layer of smoke, and it feels like you're in the Lost Woods. And welcome in, Dedgerist. How are you? Um, gonna step up for a quick lunch. Enjoy your lunch. Another barbecue ribs from Costco. My brother loves those, but I don't. I'm not a huge fan. I feel like I feel like it's like fine, but like if you, um, they have like this like at Costco they have like these like honey garlic barbecue sauce, and if you just get ribs and then you put that on it, it's so much better in my opinion. Or it's like it's my preference. It's a different flavor. It's not as like smoky barbecuey. It's more of like a sweet honey garlicky kind of one. But I prefer that. Um, Someone got us 1,000 milligram vitamin C tablet. Okay, maybe that's a common gift, you know. Vitamin C helps for real. I don't know if I believe it, but I think it could be a placebo. Okay, but it definitely helps if you don't have enough. But you just eat some oranges, man. Mom has a furry friend who lives in Denmark. Whenever she comes and visits, she always brings back bags and bags of one dill sauce. Yeah, I know. I feel like if you have like relatives from like out of town or like out of country, they always have like we don't bring back the typical Canadian stuff. Like we do bring back maple syrup, but like that's about it. The other stuff they ask for is like very specific. It's like it has to do with like what's expensive in Japan. So like they bring like we always bring like pistachios, like in like various nuts. And then like I don't even remember now. We bring back a lot of weird stuff, honestly. I don't know if Canada has Sam's Club and Walmart, but the roasted chicken are amazing. We don't have Sam's Club, but we do have Walmart. Vitamin C airborne gummies are the best. I mean, I feel like emergency is just nice to drink. I'm a fan. But I haven't drank that in forever. I just don't believe it anymore. If it helps you, it helps you. But for me personally, I have not. Um, I don't think I believe in it enough. What about lemons? I mean, lemons are good too, but it's hard. It's a bit, sour to just eat lemons, But and apparently drinking lemon water, like water with lemon juice in it, is really bad for your teeth. But if I'm sick, I do like a nice honey lemon. They bring them the finest wares Kirkland has to offer. Like literally, we pretty much just buy everything from Costco. Costco maple syrup, Costco pistachios and nuts, Costco vitamin C tablets. May as well, Your homie Jaywong is commentating the Red Bull tourney you're watching. He's from New York. That's where the tourney is. Oh yeah, you said he lives here, right? Come on, Justin. You gotta represent. You gotta represent Vancouver. It's okay. He doesn't. He's not proud. He's not proud of his new place. It's fine. It's fine. I did not say go Canucks on stream. Yeah, come on. I think they lost last night. I was watching last night. I was watching the game last night, and they scored like right away in like the first like 2 minutes. But then the Washington Capitals scored twice in a row. But my favorite guy, my favorite member of the team is the goalie. I'm a big goalie fan, so like I like the goalie, Demko. He was injured. He's not gonna be playing for like a month, He's a Canadian, not a New Yorker to me now. Come on, yeah. He should be. Maybe he still identifies as American. Canadians buy Kirkland maple syrup. You realize it's sold in America? I mean, even if it's sold in America, it's still maple syrup, Yeah, welcome in, Sparkling Thunder. Demko with the weird first name. His first name is Thatcher. Yeah. For a long time, I thought they were saying Patrick. I thought his name was Patrick for a very long time, but then I realized they were saying Thatcher. Because I just was like not listening very much. Is that a weird first name? I guess it's like a last name. But I swear it's like some people have the name. It's not like that uncommon, is it? Thatcher? You love this emote. Thank you. I think I love it too. It's a surname. Like Margaret Thatcher. Yeah, I mean I think a lot of surnames become first names, I feel like they evolve over time, Sometimes it becomes a last name, and sometimes it's a first name, So it's I mean, it's not the weirdest name for sure. Thatcher, someone who put the gas on the roofs back in the day. Yeah, but you can say the same about like a lot of last names like Smith or like that kind of thing. I don't think they're thinking about that meaning now. Maybe he's thatching the goalies, like he's like blocking the goal. I don't know. I didn't think it was that weird. It just seems like, for me, that seems like a name that's like reasonable, Like it's not like one of those like crazy names where I'm like, really, you named your kid that, Like I feel like at least like Thatcher is like understandable. People pick their professions as their last name. That's so weird. Imagine if we still did that. What if your name was like me just chatted? Yeah, exactly. Because then like we would all have the same last name. I guess that's why names like Smith and stuff are so popular. His protective gear is full of grass thatches. That's hard to say with the lisp. Grass thatches. And then that's why he got injured, because he instead of protective gear, it was grass. My software engineer, exactly. We would end up sharing a last name. How crazy would that be? Have you never met anyone with the last name Lionheart? No. And welcome in, True Grit. How are you? The horror? Like how that would be so confusing. Like everyone in my everyone at my company would have the same last name. That'd be so funny. It would be like we would just all like not be able to differentiate ourselves, you know? Yeah, I'm glad that we stopped doing that. I'm doing good. How are you? True good. Mr. Software Engineer. Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's me." And I feel like what would be the worst last name to have? And would you have to change your last name when you change professions? Like, what if I wanted to switch? What if I wanted to switch and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of this life. I would like to switch companies. Would I have to change my last name? That seems like a lot of paperwork, you know? Starbucks, it's time. It's time. Minor. That can't be the worst one. It's gotta be like a really weird like it's gotta be a really weird last name you could have. Um, Minor. It's still not that bad. I feel like it could be worse. Could be doing better, but doing okay. Well, I hope things get better. Yeah, I still need to do my lats stretch. It's not as bad today. I can lift up this water bottle without being in pain. It's actually not that bad. I can kind of feel it, but it's okay. If I shared any surnames with notable German war criminals from the past 90 years, you'd probably tank the paperwork to change it. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Um, what if you were just what if you were a jack of all trades with your last name just be X or question mark? What? No, no. And welcome in, Ben. How are you? That is an emote. Allergies and sinuses. Oh no, yeah. It's suddenly becoming like nice weather here, and it's getting warmer, and I'm like, I think the allergies are gonna start. What do you do for lat stretch? Well, someone told me yesterday that I should put my put like this is a door. It's like a doorway or like a wall. You go like this, and then you like bend forward while holding the wall like this. That's what I've been told, but I didn't do it yet. How often do you stream and what kind of streamer are you? I stream 3 times a week: Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. On Wednesday, I stream Genshin, and on Saturday and Sunday, I usually do like just chatting or like sometimes cooking, sometimes just dance. Depends on the day. Just stand straight, right arm. Wait, what? Just stand straight, right arm straight up, left hand on hip, lean to left. I do that, but I feel like it doesn't stretch very well. Like I feel like it doesn't like it kind of does. It kind of does, but like not really. Just chatting, Andy. Look, I played a lot of games in my life, you know, like not my life on stream. I used to play a lot of Nintendo games on stream. I would play like Pokemon or Breath of the Wild. Um, but then I just started doing just chatting streams, and now I can't stop. Cause like I don't know, there's not a lot of games right now where I'm like, oh, I would want to stream that like every week, you know? Except from Genshin, which is like ongoing. Um, I feel like I kind of milked Breath of the Wild dry, you know? Like I streamed it for like 600 hours or something like stupid like that. Um, and I've also streamed a lot of Pokemon, so it's like at a certain point I'm just like tired of it. And then like Pokemon Scarlet Violet wasn't very good, so it was just a bit of a I was like I couldn't even finish the DLC, and like I just don't want to play anymore. Um just started speedruns. I have not done that in like years. So no. I have been on the Stardew grind again, but casually. I've been playing a lot of Stardew recently. I'm excited for I think 1.6 is coming out very soon. I say that as someone who still hasn't been to Ginger Island, but I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna enjoy the 1.6 stuff as well. Um, when there are no cooking mama streams. Look, are you gonna buy me the $70 cooking mama game on Switch? I think that's too expensive. I think it's overpriced. But if you're gonna buy it from me, I will happily stream it for you. That makes sense why you're on my recommended. Yeah, if it makes sense. I'm guessing you're a Nintendo fan. When does not milk Breath of the Wild? It just kind of happens. True, true. I played the hell out of that game. I loved it so much. But yeah, when Tears of the Kingdom came out, I was a bit. I didn't love Tears. I didn't fall in love with Tears of the Kingdom the same way I loved Breath of the Wild. So I did finish it, but I didn't milk the hell out of it. If Game Freak could just learn how to optimize their games properly, Scarlet Violet wouldn't have been so bad. Yeah, it would have been totally fine. Like, aside from a few issues, like I think the level scaling, like this is not like an optimization issue, but the level scaling was weird. Cause like if you like you could go in any order, but then like if you go in the wrong order, it's like terrible. So like that kind of stuff could have been improved. But in general, yeah, I think if it ran and it wouldn't make me dizzy from playing it, then it would have been miles better. Bet. Sure. I forgot. You got a big boy job. It could actually be a possibility. Although I would love to play like the DS ones again, but I believe streaming DS games is a bit more in depth than just because like you don't have like HDMI, you know. So I think it's a bit more difficult. The games and their username doesn't mean video game. That's just their surname. Yeah. My ancestors were really big on gaming. Like, what existed back in the day? They were playing like what games would have even existed back then? Like a card game. I don't know what people. I mean, I'm sure they played like Go, maybe shogi, like a Japanese. I think it's like chess. There's a lot of old-fashioned games like that. Maybe Go, yeah. She plays games with us, saying she's gonna play games, but just chats instead. True. Your uncle alone is a pro gamer. True. My uncle, oh my god. If you guys don't know, he got a Switch like in May or June last year, and then in like a month he had played like 500 hours. In like 2 months he played like 500 hours of Tears of the Kingdom. Like my uncle works full-time in Japan, so he's like at work like 50, 60 hours a week, you know, or maybe more like 50. But like I'm like, bro, like when do you have the time for this, you know? Gotta get you that 3DS capture card. I mean, I don't know how it works, but it seems like a small use case, you know. You think Nintendo originally made card games in like 1896? Fair enough. I mean, I don't know how far back they would have need to make that that surname, you know. Maybe maybe they were playing those. Who knows? But yeah, I don't play a lot of games on stream recently. It's just I don't know. I feel like I've really hit my element in just chatting. You know, I feel like I could do just chatting like continuously. Cause like even when I streamed games, I would ignore the game a lot just to talk to chat. You know, and I think that's my favorite part of streaming is just like responding to chat. Stream Professor Layton and rage at the jank riddles they do in the game. Oh god, I don't even want to know. I have enjoyed I have enjoyed some puzzle games, but I don't like riddles because it's like it feels very contrived sometimes, you know. Norway didn't mandate surnames like 1920. That's kind of late, you know. When it's the next art stream, I don't know. I need to check that my I still have the paint. You just chatted during playing games too. Yeah, I think the just chatting streams kind of started because I would before I started the game, a lot of the times like I'd be like, oh, it's time to play Breath of the Wild, and then we would just chat for like 45 minutes or like an hour, and then eventually I started like having the category as just chatting when I started the stream, and then I would switch it over like after a little while, and then we would play the game, and then like and then like the and then at a certain point like we wouldn't even play the game. So I was like, you know what, I'll just stream just chatting the whole time. Like it will be fine. But I've enjoyed it since then, so that's, you know. These days, you know, back in the day, I was very serious about like, oh, like I'm gonna be like very consistent. Like this is my niche. You know, I'm gonna do like challenge runs, and that's my niche. But now I kind of just do whatever I want. Cause like, why not? Why not? It's like puzzles and riddles you gotta solve, but there's trickery. Like, what's 1 + 1? And the answer will be 14 because the ones are actually 7. Oh, what a well-designed puzzle. That's amazing. Now it's just skipping streaming sometimes. That's also part of my new approach to streaming, okay? Because because I feel like I took it very seriously for a very long time. I mean, you know, like when I started streaming, I streamed for like 2 years, like nonstop. Like I didn't really take a break, right? Until like COVID ended, and I just like, I just like, I feel like I took it very seriously, and I was like very hard on myself if I like had to cancel a stream for any reason, which, you know, obviously caused me to be like not like burned out, but like getting there, you know. So I was like, you know, I feel like we should just like tone that back a bit. And also, it's also because like when I first started streaming, I was still in school, so I had like a lot more free time. But when I started working, it became a bit more like difficult to stream. Like I was streaming like 4 days a week, like for longer amounts of time. And then like since I moved out as well, I have like more like responsibilities because I was like living at home before, so I didn't have like as much stuff to do. So like, so now it's like dialed back even more. Like now it's like 3 days a week, which I think it's better to do like less streams sustainably. You know, I just followed in. Soon I'll follow in his dad's footsteps and just keep dialing it back until I'm like, I'll just stream whenever I want. But I can't live without a schedule, so probably not. It was talk while playing Genshin, obviously, yeah. I mean, there's not enough content in Genshin to just, you know, like most full-time Genshin streamers are just chatting streamers. We should cosplay each Final Fantasy VII character. When's Tifa? When's Tifa? I remember watching a Professor Layton stream once, and the puzzles were some nonsense. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. I can't live like this. Playing Professor Layton just shows how dumb I am. I was streaming the game with other people on Discord, and they were less than a few minutes got the answer. No, it sounds nonsensical. Maybe they have a more like nonsense brain than you do, you know? Like, or you're like overthinking it. The silly hats are the best part of the stream. Aw, I'm glad you like those. Steve, I love how you all recommended. Yeah, I feel like everyone recommended a different character. We all went for different ones, but I think Estifa is the best one. Do you have visible abs yet? It's very important for the cosplay. You want me to cosplay as Tifa and Aerith? I would cosplay Aerith. I was looking for one like a while ago. I love Aerith. So I can wear red eye contacts too. True. I cannot wear colored contacts, by the way, because my vision is too bad. They don't make contacts that like have my prescription, so like I would have to just like be like blind if I wear because I can't wear my normal contacts, or I have to get like them very custom made, and I just like don't want to do that. You need to cut to show the abs. Oh, fair enough. I mean, Tifa's very skinny. I guess you'd have to go on like all different ways to cosplay all the Final Fantasy characters accurately. Need to cosplay characters with glasses. That's true. If they have different color eyes, then I need to cosplay ones with glasses. Or I could just not do the contacts. So I feel like I actually do have colored contacts, and I have tried them on, and it looks kind of weird. Like if you're just not used to it. I know like eventually you get used to it because, like, for example, like K-pop idols are always wearing contacts, and they always wear those contacts that like make your iris bigger. They're like the doll contacts, or circle lenses, what they're called. Um, and I think like you just get used to them wearing it, but like seeing me with it, I was like, this looks so weird. um, boy character with glasses one. Boy character and glasses? Who would that even be? Bulk for Barrett, cuff for Tifa, poison yourself for Cloud. True, true. Um, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I actually don't understand that. Never mind. Why is Cloud poisoned? Miju can do a Churi cosplay perfect in my opinion. Oh yeah, I would, yeah. That one actually makes sense. You always said Yulon before. I can't see Yulon. I'm sorry, but I could see Churi. And Gwen, thank you so much for the 12 months. I really appreciate it. We have the whole year. I appreciate it. You're sitting on the points. You're waiting. What would make you spend your points, Zirconian? Like what cosplay would make you spend your points? I remember saying Yulon. Maybe it wasn't you, but I remember people would always say Yulon. I think it was you, cause you're the Yulon fan. Points extra frugal channel points. The next cosplay on my list is what am I trying to say? Verena. I'm waiting for. They said like it will be restocked at the late March. So I've been checking, but it's not available yet. Soldier Third doused in Mako, and Cloud doesn't really deal with Mako. Oh, so he's like poisoned. Poor Cloud. It was someone else who I remember. Okay, sure. You honestly don't know? I mean, fair enough. You would have. I think you would have buyer's remorse either, no matter what it is. I thought you'd be good as Shangling. Oh, okay. I have done Shangling. Cloud is a very traumatized character. Yeah, fair enough. I like when. What do you guys have a preference on, like a self-insert protagonist character, or do you prefer one that has like a defined personality? Because I'm definitely like I want the character to have a personality. Cause like I'm not like inserting myself into the game, you know? I'm not like it's not like my like weird self-insert fanfic where I'm like living as Cloud, you know? Like I want the character to have their own personality. You're an antagonist, enjoy it personally. I mean, fair enough. I mean, villains are almost always the best, you know? You like defined personality, yeah. Making your own character with a lot of work. Yeah, exactly. Well, like I feel like sometimes they want you to like put yourself into it, but I'm like, I don't always want to do that, you know? Like maybe I can't even think. I don't know. I think like a lot of times if it's a very story-rich game, I want the protagonist to have a personality, because like I want them to be a character, right? Cloud is definitely one of my favorite game characters, so defined personality for sure. Yeah. Like I was very happy when I started playing Half-Life. I guess her name is Alex. She like spoke, and I was like, oh, she actually speaks, you know? It was cool. Okay. Welcome in, Jack. I will speak Japanese for you, one tick. じゃあ、ジャックのために日本語喋ります。何の話をしてるかわからないけど、待って、すいません。すいません。間違えて、タイマーをリセットしました。じゃあ、ボーナスで、あと10秒ぐらい、足してあげます。何言うかわからないんだけど。何の話がいいかな。一番好きなキャラクターっていうから、 誰が好きかな。きっと、Uncharted が、結構なんか、楽しいっていうか、すごく、うーん、なんか日本語でどうやって言うかわからないけど、それが一番かな。あんまりわからない。Okay, okay, I'm done. I cannot describe. I was trying to talk about like different protagonists and like their attributes and stuff, but I was like, I don't know the words for this. Um, I was saying my favorite video game protagonist is probably actually no. I was gonna say Nathan Drake because he's just like a chill guy and he's always like talking to you while you're playing, and I like that. But I think it might be Kratos. I like Kratos. Um, yeah, Alex is cool. Yeah, I was happy when she spoke, and I was happy that it's like, I didn't realize it would be a female protagonist game. I was excited about that. I was like, I am Alex. It's time. um, you did Buster Sword IRL. Oh god, that seems like it would be a big. It would be a very. I guess it would just be like made out of foam, but like, I feel like it would be expensive. Best language ever. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a strong preference for languages, honestly. I'm not like, oh, like this language is really good, you know? I don't have like a personal preference for those things. You prefer languages you can speak myself? I mean, yeah, that's definitely a factor. I can't really judge a language I don't speak. In Half-Life 2, you don't play as her, but she's an important character. Oh, okay, that's cool. I don't even need to know words with body language. Exactly. But yeah, I don't know much about her yet. I know she has a father. And her father has been arrested. That's all I know so far. I don't but she seems like cool, you know. She's like I like a protagonist who's like it's like likable, you know. I think like I feel like I need like I feel like in that game I'm like kind of scared, so I need like a quippy like Marvel one-liner kind of protagonist, just so I'm not like alone, you know. It was a quick BRB. Yeah, that was very quick. I don't think you need to say anything at all. I don't think we would have noticed you being gone for like 30 seconds. Um, but yeah, I definitely need to continue the game. But I got kind of scared because I'm like entering the quarantine zone, and I'm assuming that's where the zombies are coming from, you know, and all the little like creatures or whatever. So I feel like the combat is going to start now. But I'm playing on like not even easy mode. There's like a one easier than easy mode called story mode, so I'm playing on that. But I don't know, the controls, like this is my first time playing a VR game with like that's not like you know, like very self-explanatory like table tennis or Beat Saber. And then the controls are like there's such a learning curve, honestly. Like playing like that kind of game like on the controller is so much easier. Because like you have to like walk around, you have to like interact with all the objects around you, and then you have to like manage your inventory in VR, and you have to like load the gun. And then like loading the gun is not like simple. I wish the gun just had like infinite ammo, because like when you finish using the gun, you have to eject the magazine. You have to take out the ammo from like your backpack, and you have to insert the magazine, and then you have to cock the gun. So I'm like, then you could shoot it. And I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that in like the middle of a fight, you know? Like if I run out of ammo in the middle of a combat encounter, I think I'm just dead, you know? The scenic route difficulty. I mean, it's called story mode, so it's more about enjoying the story, but I have a feeling I might struggle because the controls are just so weird. And then like it's very hard to play because I feel like if like so there's like controls, right? There's like like you teleport to like walk around, and then there's like a quick turn button on the other one, so it like turns you around. But like if I'm in VR, I feel like I just turn my body, right? Like I could just look all around me anyway. But it feels very awkward because like sometimes I'm like I need to grab something, or I need to interact with like a door or something, and it's like it's a bit too far. So like I could step forward and grab it, but then like I'm at risk of like running into something. So it feels very awkward to like I have to like teleport like one step forward just to open the door. And it just feels it's just like it just feels very awkward. And then I always get like very disoriented because I'm like when I play Beat Saber, I'm just standing in one spot. But then like when I play this game, I just get too immersed and I'm actually like treating it like it's like real. And then I like reach forward to open the door and I just like punch the wall and I'm like, oh, I don't know where this is where it was. And it's like very you have to like reset where your position is. So I feel like if I need like a much bigger space, you know. Like I feel like if I had like a big open room, it would be like way better. If me during the ambush just throws the gun at the enemies and runs away, I don't think you can throw the gun. Maybe if you like throw your hand, you know? You get bodied playing old survival horror. I mean, it's not even like it's not even like the genre. I think it's just like the VR. Like the VR is very they did okay, to be fair, they did a really good job in my opinion. I don't know if those gravity gloves are always a thing in Half-Life or if it's just for the VR game, but like it's a really good idea cuz like there's like a gravity glove where you can like pull stuff towards it and then you catch it. So like you don't have to you don't have to go physically go over and like pick stuff up. It's like way easier, right? Cuz it's in VR. But like that's really well done, honestly. Are you talking about just running out of ammo? Because in old games there was zero ammo. Oh no. Well, I mean, I'm sure you would in this game, but I'm playing on like a really easy mode, so I have a lot of ammo. But yeah, I actually really suck at that. Because that's the reason I couldn't beat the original Last of Us. Because like they would give you like so little ammo, right? And then so like it was very hard to get through all the combat encounters. So even on like the easiest difficulty, I would always run out. So I just kind of gave up on that game until I could play like the remake. Yeah, that's what I think is the hardest part about The Last of Us. So, like they give you so little resources, and I'm like, how am I supposed to make it through? There's like so little resources. You still have faith in your aim. Okay, my aim in VR is like good. Like I've been doing a good job. I've been shooting stuff, and it took a while to like get used to like where it aims, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I think it's quite fun because it really because like shooting in like I'm not a big fan of like shooting in um non VR games, but in VR it's really fun. I like it because I think it just feels more like tactile. I guess like it feels more like satisfying because it does feel like it's more intuitive. It's just the reloading thing. It's not. I guess it is intuitive if it's like because it's more like a real gun, but it's also just like very annoying to do. But maybe I'll get used to it. I'm still struggling with the controls over here. And there's like puzzles. I think it's like it's like a linear kind of game, so there's like puzzles as well. And I don't know how the puzzles work. I'm just like I'm like I'm like doing random stuff. There's like you have to like connect the wire or whatever, and I'm just like doing random stuff and it's working. But I feel like it's gonna like come and bite me because like I haven't learned it properly. I just don't understand. And I already got stuck. Like you were supposed to I was like, how do I get into this house? And then there's like a window and there was like a box. And you're supposed to like put the box to the window and get on. But like I just didn't really like think of like that happens all the time in other games, but like I just didn't consider it in VR. Apparently I'm supposed to drag the zombie out of the window as well, but I just stepped on him and it worked, so I didn't have to touch the zombie. Yeah. I don't think I'm very far into the game yet, so we'll see. We'll see. I think it'll only get better from here if I don't get too scared. Maybe employees so you don't need a VR headset to play VR chat and I kind of want to download it. I don't get the appeal of VR chat. I don't know much about it, so maybe I'm missing something. Do you literally just talk? Is it just a chat? It's just a chat room, no? Like, is it literally just like a chat room, but it's in VR? I guess, like, I mean, in that situation, I'm like, I don't personally get it, but I see why it would be popular, but I don't know. I'm watching a streamer play VR chat. It's really funny. But what do? Do you just talk to people? Oh, there's lots of things you can do in. Okay, so there's like, is there like mini games and stuff like that? In the grand scheme of things, is for just chatting. Yeah. I just don't like talking to. I mean, I say this as like I'm like streaming and like I'm talking to random people, but like, but then like I don't like they can talk back in VR chat, you know? Like I'll hear their voice and they'll be talking back. If I'm streaming, if someone is like weird, I could just ban them, you know? Like I don't think I could do that in VR chat. Oh, we're a group of them. We're driving a car, and it's hilarious. I guess it's like kind of like a open sandbox kind of thing, you know. Like you can just do whatever. It is what it maybe like it is what you make it. I guess. But I'm just too scared, man. I'd rather I think Half-Life would be less scary than going into VR chat. Yes. Hearing that it's a hub for weaves is also scary. I don't think I'll be playing it. But yeah, I'll just stick with the games I know. I have been playing VR more recently because I kind of abandoned it for a while, but I've been playing it more. Now that I got Half-Life, I'm like, I think I was really missing like a nice like immersive experience, you know? Have you seen Headcrabs yet and Alex? I was being a bit of like a wimp and I was googling how scary the game was. And then people kept mentioning like they're like, "Oh, like if you're scared of spiders, like the head crabs are like really scary." But I did Google it. I did Google it and it doesn't seem that bad because it only have 4 legs. So I think it's fine. Um, but I haven't seen them yet in the game. So maybe I'll feel differently about it when they're jumping at my face. Osha Gaming knew a Street Fighter. Maybe Street Fighter in VR would be real fun. Just boxing sim. The original ones are kind of cute, honestly. Yeah, I don't think I'll have a huge problem with them. I did look them up because as long as they don't have 8 legs, I'm like okay with it, you know. I wasn't scared of the face huggers in Alien. Like they obviously like surprised me when they jumped at me, but like I didn't find them particularly like creepy or scary. But I think it's okay. And they said like, and people were saying like there's no jump scares in Half-Life Alyx because they thought it would be too much. Like they didn't want to rely on jump scares first of all because they could make it like tense and spooky without jump scares, and they didn't want people to be like it to be because it's not really meant to be. It's not like a horror. It's not like a full on horror game, right? I think they didn't want it to be like too much because especially in VR, like it's already quite scary. Without them like going to jump scares as well. Real friendly. Yeah, everyone keeps talking about. Apparently, there's one chapter in Half-Life Alyx that's genuinely scary, and I'm not looking forward to it. But I'm not there yet. I think I'm like near the end of chapter 2, and they said it's like a later chapter. That's very scary. But I don't know what's coming for me. I know there's zombies. You heard that too? Yeah, people keep bringing it. They're like, "Oh, wait till you see Jeff." I was like, "Who's Jeff?" But I don't know what kind of creature it is. You know, like maybe it's just like maybe it's just a guy. I don't know. You're immune to horror though. You know, I I thought I was, but VR is something different. I don't know. Even when I was playing FNAF VR, I was a little bit scared. Like I don't get jump scared that much, but like, yeah, in VR it's just different. Cause like now I feel like I could play Alien without getting scared, but even like a non-horror game like Half-Life in VR is like scary to me because it's a bit tense. Madison VR treatment, it probably will not happen. I think I don't think I could handle a actually horror game in VR because the only thing that's like getting me through Half-Life is that like I know that there's no jump scares, so I'm not gonna be like scared about that, you know? I think actually being afraid and jump scares are two different things. Yeah, of course, of course. I think jump scares can be like They're more like, I mean, they always say like a real horror is like, you know, like the tense feeling, like the anticipation of what's to come, and the jump scare is the release of that tension, right? So like if it's like really really scary, you don't know what's gonna happen. If you get jump scared, then you're like, oh okay, like that was that was surprising, but then it's like that it is like the release of the tension, right? Um, and you can have a game with a lot of jump scares that isn't scary as well. A lot of like, for example, like some like FNAF games definitely is just jump scares. You know, there's no like there might not be like a creepy atmosphere or like tension leading up to the jump scare. It's just surprising. You know. So I think they can exist together, but they are also separate. And yeah, but I don't mind jump scares, but I was just very worried. Like I was walking around and there's like dead zombies on the ground. I'm like, it's gonna wake up. I'm like I don't want to walk past it because it's gonna jump at me when I walk past, you know. Um, but now that I know that the zombies aren't gonna jump at me, I'm a bit more calm. And they said they like introduce you very slowly to like the enemies and stuff like that. So like the first time you see enemies are like dead, and the second time you see them, they're like far away, and then you're like able to approach them at your own pace, you know. So it's not too bad. I think okay, the thing that scares me the most in games is getting chased. I hate getting chased. That like freaks me out, you know? So hopefully there's not too much of that. I think that's like my I don't mind like something waiting around the corner or like you know like ghost in the house or whatever. Like that's okay to me, but just like being like pursued and you have to like hide, that freaks me out. Even if it's not a horror game, you know? But I think that's like a pretty normal thing. And that makes me the most tense when there's a timer. Being chased is a sort of timer. Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Like where it's like, oh, like it's counting down. Like this is that could definitely be scary. But I don't know if I think I enjoy being like I think I enjoy jump scares, but I don't necessarily enjoy horror that much. Um, I think if it's very well done and I can enjoy stuff outside of it, or like for example, like I really like Alien. I thought it was really well done, or Alien Isolation, not the movie. Not that there's anything wrong with the movie, but I'm talking specifically about Alien Isolation. I thought that was fun, but then like a lot of like I've watched like for example like Outlast 2 and stuff, and I'm like, oh, like I don't know, like it's just too much, you know? Like sometimes horror games they just go too far, you know? I'm like, it's just gross. Like or like Resident Evil, like 7. Is it 7? Yeah, 7. Like I feel like yeah, it's well done and scary, but it's also like kind of just like it gives me like an uncomfortable feeling, you know? Which I guess is what type of horror they're going for, but that's not really my favorite. I prefer something more like I prefer something more like palatable, I guess, and more just like fun, scary, rather than like sometimes they go for like just like really like they just go for like really like dark concepts and stuff like that. Like I think Outlast 2 is like the best example of that. If you've ever watched it or played it, like it's just too much. Like I'm like this isn't like yeah, it's scary, but like it's not really like the vibe I want. Time is horrifying when you glance at your alarm clock when you wake up in the morning. The real horror Mondays. This song, I love this song. This was like my most played song last year. This one and "Love You Twice" by Yoonjin. Outlast is unhinged. Yeah, I still haven't been able to finish Outlast 1. It's like too scary. I can't even watch it. Like free. But Outlast 1, I was very disappointed with Outlast 2 because Outlast 1 was very well done. Like the way they do horror, like for when I first like at the beginning at the Outlast 1, like just like their like approach to horror was really good because like for example in the beginning of the game there's a hallway and there's like this guy and like there's this guy in like a wheelchair, right? And you have to walk past him like very close to him to get through, and like I believe the first time you walk past him he like doesn't do anything. Like he like you're like, oh my god, he's gonna jump out at me, and he doesn't do anything. But then like later on, like I think when you see him, he like does something. So I think like stuff like that is really well done. Where like it makes you feel like it makes you feel like you're safe and like you know what's coming and like you're like, oh, like this, like it actually surprises you rather than like, because I feel like a lot of times like horror is ruined by it being too predictable. But when I first met you, I tried putting on Porter. You were sleeping. I didn't like the one that you recommended me at first. Um, but I liked Everything Goes, like I listened to Everything Goes On because it was like the League of Legends song. But I love Everything Goes On, and then this one I found like I watched the music video, and the music video made me cry. Like the short film. And then so like anytime like the music video makes me cry, I'm like I was on board. I love this song. But I was also listening to I had another one to Beat Saber. I think it's called like Sad Machine. Something like that. That one was nice too. But I don't like too much I don't like too much like processed vocals, you know? Like this one obviously has some, but I think it has enough lyrics where I'm um like I think his lyrics are really nice because his lyrics are so sad, right? They're like pretty but sad. But then like if there's not enough lyrics, then I feel like it's not the song is not like emotional enough, you know? Yeah, Sad Machine was good though. I was listening to it. But I like being able to hear like I know he likes like a lot of like processing and stuff on his vocals. Um but this one at least had like stuff here and there, of the thing. And the music video was great. Even though it was very weeby. Because it was like an anime thing and he did it with like Crunchyroll, but like it was very well done. I decided to add it to this playlist, even though it's technically not K-pop. But it was like, in my most played last year, so I thought it deserves a spot on the list. But yeah, I think he's a weeb. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, it's even if he's a weeb, he makes good music. Hi, Wells. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so yesterday, so we've been having to feed my dog this like liver medication, right? To like help with this like liver enzyme or whatever. But Luca's like too smart. Like he keeps like figuring out like that we're giving him pills, right? So like we'll like put it in like a certain food and he'll like no. Like he'll eat it once and then later he'll realize that there's a pill in it. So we put it in like a sweet potato and he would just spit out just the pill. And then like so my mom had this new strategy of giving him two. Like she would give him like a broccoli and a sweet potato, and she would put them both on the ground and make him choose one. And then one of them obviously had the pill in it, but then he would like the trick is to get him to eat it really quickly. And then he won't realize that the pill is in it, right? So if you give him two, he'll eat it really quickly because he needs to eat both, right? He thinks that you might take away the other one if he chooses one. So he eats the first one very quickly and then he eats the second one, right? And that was working, but he figured it out. So now it doesn't work anymore. You can't use the same trick twice on Luca because he figures it out. He's actually like, we're realizing from this that he's like really smart. But then today or yesterday, I discovered a new strategy. I had like the potato with the pill in it, and I pretended to like drop it on the ground. And then as soon as he picked it up, I got mad at him, and I pretended to try to like take it out of his mouth. I pretended to like grab at his mouth to like try to take it back, and then as soon as he thought that his treat was in danger of being taken away, he just like swallowed it immediately. So that was a shot that's working so far, but I think it'll have to evolve again because he keeps learning. Like they tried so many things. Like my mom has been crushing the pill up into like powder, because just the one big pill is like too much, and so she crushes it into powder and then she starts like putting it on different things. But then he realizes that the powder is there, so then like it was a whole thing. It's arms race with dogs. Literally, we have to keep like having more and more inventive strategies to give him the pill. Um, but it's kind of crazy how like it's kind of crazy how smart he is and how quickly he learns these things. So I'm like impressed, but I'm also like annoyed, you know. But the strategy was working. I was like, let me just try to take it away from him. Cause like in the past, like if the pill is smaller, you could just put it in a treat. Like sometimes if the treat is small enough, he'll just swallow it. Like he'll literally like he wouldn't even chew the treat, right? Um and and like what am I trying to say? But then like the pill we're giving him is like quite big, so it won't be like he'll have to chew it a little bit and then he'll realize. Um, we're talking about my dog, Nat. Um, and I don't know why you. That's a big surprise, anyway. Not smart enough to take the pill. Yeah, if he was smart enough, we could just explain to him that he needs this medication to be healthy, and then he would willingly take it. But yeah, he's. I don't think he's quite there yet. I don't think we can explain that to him. Poor doggy has trust issues. I know. I know. Welcome in AI. Um, yeah, like it's because before we went to the vet, we tried to force feed him a pill, and we like shoved a pill in his mouth and held down his mouth, um, and tried to get him to swallow it. So he actually has PTSD after that because we like genuinely needed to give him it, and we tried everything. So now he's aware of the he's aware that we're trying to give him pills. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, and also my medical information is private. That's obviously not what we're talking about. But yeah, welcome in AI. Yeah, if only he could understand that it was for his own good, but he really cannot. And yeah, we've been trying many different strategies, but it's it's very tough. I think it's just the liver one has like a very strong smell or something, so he's very able to like he's easily knows it's there because like he takes two other medications and he has no trouble with that. Like he really doesn't notice it. And one of the medications we even like take out of the pill container and we just sprinkle it on and he still eats it. So maybe he's like just not aware of that one yet because he only became suspicious of us after like we were force feeding him a pill without food. So now I think like he wasn't aware of it before, but now he knows. So he's very cautious. But I don't think he'll ever forget because like my dog remembers stuff from like a very long time ago. So I think if it's related to that, he is not gonna forget. So hopefully, you know, I don't know what the best strategy is, but we'll just have to keep we'll just have to keep trying. I know like our vet technician, she was saying that she just like shoves it down her dog's throat, but she obviously like knows how to do that because I tried that. We put it in his mouth and then we like held his mouth shut for like a minute, and he still didn't swallow it. He spit it out then. So I'm not sure how you're supposed to make him swallow it. It's because there's not an easier way to get them to take pills with all modern advances. Yeah, you'd think there'd be some sort of like device to just like shove it down their throat, you know? But yeah, it's a there isn't an easier. They have like treats that have like a pill pocket in them, but I don't. If as long my dog is very picky with treats as well, so it's tough. Dog memory is so odd because they don't always seem to have a good grasp on time, but they can remember a lot of stuff for a long time. Yeah, exactly. Like, my dog, like, so I used to give, back when I lived at home, I would give my dog a treat every morning. Back in the day, it was like the greenie treat, which is like a dental chew, which is like, it helps clean their teeth. So I'll give him that every morning. But then I stopped doing that because like that treat was kind of making him a bit ill. But that was like 4 years ago now, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. That I haven't done that. And even now, like when I come home and I stay overnight at my mom's house, he wakes me up in the morning expecting a treat, you know? So even though like I haven't been especially like since I moved out, it's been like like a year and a half. I haven't been regularly giving him a treat in the morning. He still remembers. But I think maybe it's like just related to food, you know? Like if it's treat related, he will remember. But if it's like other related, he will not. But it's also stuff like he remembers people very well. We used to have a homestay student and she hasn't lived with us for like years. Like I can't remember when she moved out, but I think it was like I don't know. It must have been like at least 4 or 5 years ago as well. And as soon as she came over for a visit, my dog like recognized her immediately. So he's he's very good with that, you know. But yeah, dogs are not all dogs are smart, but Luca's like decently smart in a way that surprised us. Yeah, and we're also very surprised. Like it's crazy because like my dog is blind. He went blind like a year ago, but he's like insane at like navigating like our house because he just like has committed it to memory, right? He just knows where everything is because we didn't move everything, right? We didn't move anything, and it's crazy how like well he can go around things, you know? Like I'm like, how did you know that that was there, you know? Much better than humans. I know. Dogs are so superior. We don't deserve them. Yeah, it's very impressive. Sometimes he's stupid, but most of the time he is smart. Yeah. I just go to the bathroom. I'll be right back on that note. Very, very abrupt segue. But yeah. Give me a couple minutes. I will be right back. Enjoy the Malamart. Okay, I'm back. How is everyone? Oh my gosh, I can't believe the weather has been so nice. Um, it's just been like, it just feels so bizarre to look out the window and it's like a beautiful sunny day and it's like warm. Like I yesterday, like just like a few days ago, I was wearing all like my winter stuff. I was wearing my winter socks. I was wearing like my fleece indoors. But yesterday I was walking my dog. I did go outside. Thank you very much. I walked my dog and I was just wearing like a light hoodie, you know? And it was almost too hot when I was like walking uphill. I got really tired walking uphill. I'm very out of shape. But it was just crazy. Like just earlier this week, I was wearing like my thick winter jacket, and then now it's like basically like summer weather. It's ridiculous. Welcome in Dog Day. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it does make me want to go outside, or at least like stand out on the balcony. But um, I have not. I have not done that. But a walk yesterday is about the limit of my going outside. Okay. But yeah, does anyone have any like plans or anything? Because I need to like live vicariously through you guys because I don't like do stuff. I just do like I feel like I just have like very like scheduled things, you know, like I have my singing lesson and then I have like I have stream and then I have like Pilates and then I do like some workouts and stuff on my own or like playing some games or whatever. But I don't like I feel like I don't like I don't crave like social interaction outside of streaming. So it's just like I don't really do much. I feel like I save it all for like vacations. And welcome in Omer. How are you? We try to live vicariously through Twitch streamers, but Twitch streamers never leave the house. What is there to live through? It goes the other way. The Twitch streamers need to live vicariously through the viewers because we don't leave the house. I guess it's an endless loop of nothing. Okay, true, IRL streamers. That's a thing. I guess you could live through the IRL streamers. But yeah. I do like sometimes live vicariously through like other people's vacations, you know? I'm like, because I don't get that much vacation days, but I'm like, I just look at it. I just look at everyone else's vacations and stuff. You're trying to book the Hello Kitty Shinkansen? No, I got a very busy schedule and you couldn't make it work. How will you go on? How will you go on? Do you have like I don't know if you told me already. What is your plan? What is your itinerary? No Genshin today. I only play Genshin on Wednesdays. Usually the weekends is like cooking, chatting, that kind of stuff. What's the longest you went without leaving the house? Oh gosh. Maybe like back when I lived at home and I didn't need to like get groceries or anything like that, probably like 2 weeks. Might as well not go to Japan. Yeah, like what's the point of going to Japan if there's no Hello Kitty Shinkansen? Come on. I didn't go on a Shinkansen until I was like 17 or something like that, like when I first went to Japan on my own. And I was like, man, this is crazy. Like Shinkansen, like I'm not like now I see why people are like train enjoyers, you know? I'm like the train is really fun. But when I was there, like when I went on the Shinkansen, there was like people taking pictures of it. Like it was just a normal one, but maybe it was like a fast one. I don't know. I guess there's like train enjoyers, and they were taking like videos and pictures with like they brought like their camera, and they were like taking pictures. So I was like, okay, yeah, I guess the fan club. I could sign up here, you know. I need to plan my I need to plan my Japan trip. Probably after my mom gets back from her Japan trip, because I don't think she'll want to plan another one before she's gone on the first one, you know. A few days in Tokyo, a day in Hakone. Isn't that the onsen place? Are you gonna do like a ryokan? A few days in Kyoto. Last time we did a day trip and didn't get really much out of it. Fair enough, fair enough. And a couple of days in Hiroshima. Hiroshima is so beautiful. I went to Miyajima. Like you know there's like the shrine gate. Like it's like in the water sort of. I think it is in the water. But that place was it was beautiful. And Hiroshima as a city was so nice. And like what was really weird as well, there's like um they like you go like underneath the underneath the road. Like that's where the sidewalk is. There's like these huge underground tunnels that are just for pedestrians. And it goes on for like like 20, 30 blocks. Like it just goes so far. I was like, what the hell? Which is like I guess it's nice. It was nice and like cool. It was I guess safe because you won't get hit by cars. But it was just strange. I was like, why it goes on forever? It's like a whole city underneath. We were thinking of booking a private onsen, but they don't allow opposite sex non-family bookings. What? Are they like I mean like are they just like that's so weird? You would think that it would be like catered toward. Did you check like a different one? Because like surely there's some that are like catered towards like couples, no? Because it's like it would be like a romantic visit, right? But are they just like? Is it okay if you're married? Could you just pretend you're married? That's so weird. Underground cities would be awesome. Who knows? Maybe that would be a thing in the future. I would not like that. You would get like no sunlight. It would be so like dark and you know. I that's why I didn't want to dig into like or go into like a basement suite. Also the spiders. The spiders. We didn't dig too far into it. Maybe it's only some of them. Yeah, because I don't think I've ever heard of that. Like maybe it's just some that are just like very conservative, like that is very, or maybe it's like more like family oriented, and maybe there's probably some ryokans that are like more like couple like oriented, because like it seems like it would be like a very romantic getaway for like Japanese people as well, right? To have like your own like private onsen, because like surely like the private one would be for opposite sex people like staying together, right? Because like, you can't go into the normal onsen together. That doesn't make any sense. You may want to look around a bit more. And welcome in, Falcon. How are you? It's a private, yeah. So like, if it's a private one, why do they care? Maybe they're just like, not under my roof. You know, leave room for Jesus. I don't know. I guess I've only gone with family, so I don't. I've never encountered this. But yeah, I want to stay in a ryokan in Hokkaido. That's my like fall trip for Japan. We had to go without my grandpa because he's like too old now to just like fly places. But so I'm almost like we can't tell my grandpa. But I want to take like my aunt and maybe my uncle, and go to like a really like nice one in Hokkaido, you know? It's my dream to go in an onsen where it's like snowing outside. It's like there's like snow on the ground, but you're like in the onsen, you know? Do you fly to Sapporo for that? Yeah, yeah. And like I don't know if my aunt and uncle will be able to come because there's no like direct flight from my mom's hometown. You have to like they have to fly to Tokyo and then they have to fly to Sapporo, but if we're already in Tokyo then going to Sapporo is like not that bad. But yeah, it kind of has to be Sapporo because major airport, you know? I know some other places, but it's a bit harder to get to. And I can't make my family take 2 flights and a train. But my mom basically just wants to like eat all the seafood in Hokkaido. Because Hokkaido is very known for like the food. Like there's like Hokkaido just has very good food, especially seafood and stuff like that. And I've never been. Okay, we have technically been to Sapporo, but only the airport. So, I would be excited for that as well. I really haven't seen that much of Japan. Like, I've only done like two trips in Japan that are like outside of Kyushu. Like my mom, the southern island where my mom is from. So I've only been to like, I've done like Tokyo like a handful of times. But I've only been to like Osaka, Kyoto, like the Kansai area like once. So I actually haven't traveled around that much. Guessing Max is Tree of Vanarana? I'm guessing that's Genshin. I don't know what that is. It sounds like it's from Sumeru. Congratulations. Yeah, you guys keep like posting pictures of some like mechanic in Genshin that I've never seen in my life. I do want the crystal fly trap though, but I think I need to do the reputation quest. So I haven't been able to do that because I'm always have 0 crystal flies right now. So I'm trying to. I think I want the crystal fly trap, but I haven't gotten around to it. I've been trying to do my dailies, but it's hard. It's hard to be motivated to do my dailies, you know, because I think I'm playing the gacha wrong, but I have too much currency, you know? I have too many primo gems. So like it's like if you have too many, you're just like not motivated to play because like I don't really need more. But you know, the gambling part is the most fun, you know? In my Stardew file right now, I just did the fair, and you know the fair where you can like if you ever play Stardew, there's like the gambling game where like you just spin the wheel and it lands on green or orange, but it lands on green like 90% of the time. So you just keep gambling all your money on green. Or you just like I was having a fun time just going like all in on green. I think like in real life, I'm very risk adverse. But as soon as it's like video game money, I'm like, it's time. In Genshin, it's different because it's like technically like real money or can be real money. Um, but if it's in a game like Stardew, I'm like gamble it all. And Shinobishi, thank you so much for the raid. Long time no see. How have you been? Yeah, how are you? Thank you so much for the raid. Yeah, I've been really enjoying Stardew right now. I cannot wait to see what 1.6 has to offer. And yeah, and I want to go. I need to go to Ginger Island. I have not seen it yet. I have like 200 hours on my PC in Stardew, and I have like another like 70 on my Switch, and I have not made it past year two. I just keep restarting. Yeah, it's been a long time. Um, the new Stardew patch, yes, yes. I haven't seen that much information about it. I just know what Gwen sends me. Um, Gwen just keeps sending me like stuff on Instagram and like the patch is coming out this one, and then she also told me that Concerned Ape recommends you restart the save, or like start a new save because then you'll get the items in context. But it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. Like if you don't mind getting the items out of context, then you don't have to restart. Because Gwen was like crying because she like got perfection and it took her months. But I don't think you have to restart. Have I been? I've been good. I've been good. How are you? How have you been? Yeah, so that's what I've been enjoying recently. I've been begrudgingly playing Stardew, but I've been enjoying like streaming Stardew more. Like I could just save the content for the stream, but I haven't been. I don't force the daily grind. You know, uh, I'm very much like, it's a game. It should be played for fun. Which a lot of Stardew people don't, or sorry, not Stardew. Sorry, a lot of Genshin people like surprisingly don't think that way. They're like, so people have told me like, if I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I do my dailies, people have told me like, oh, it only takes a few minutes, like just do it. And I'm like, yeah, it only takes a few minutes, but I don't want to, and it's a game, you know. Um, so it's people really out there treating Genshin like their job. Need to make it far enough to marry Penny. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's everyone's favorite? Um, I I think I like these days. I like Sebastian. I know Sebastian's a very popular one, but he's just like chill. Like he doesn't have any like baggage. He has a job. Like it's the only bad thing is that he smokes cigarettes. But like we can fix him. We can get him to stop, right? You're on that Honkai Star Rail daily grind. I have not gotten into Star Rail. Oh, for the Genshin players out there, have you seen the new Star Rail character that looks like a male Arlecchino? His name is Boot Hill, and he has the exact same hair as Arlecchino, but he's a man. Um, yeah, it's a you know trying to fix Sebastian. I mean, not fix him, just to get him to stop a bad habit. No smoking, you know. But the reason I like him is that he doesn't need to be fixed. He's like he's just like a healthy like person, not too much baggage. He's fine. Um, you're the one who likes Penny, and you want to save her from her home situation. You can't speak. You can fix him. No, no, fashion's fine. Fashion's fine. Um, if you like Shane, that's when you're like, I can fix him. Those are the Shane enjoyers out there, okay? Boot Hill's the new 4. Oh, he's a 4-star? No way. Yeah, he looks exactly like Arlecchino. Why do they always do that? There's always like characters that are like kind of like clones of each other. Harvey's healthy. He's also old. And welcome in, Scarlett. How are you? You cannot get me on the Harvey train. I'm very sorry. I was convinced into Sebastian, but you cannot convince me on Harvey. Okay. I did faint in the Skull Caverns, and he did charge me a lot of money. So, like I didn't appreciate that. Yeah, I do like the characters. I don't have like too much you know Like everyone has some baggage. Fair enough, fair enough. But like, you know, a lot of the characters are kind of like, oh, like basically like, yeah, I can fix them. Are you doing good? I'm glad. How am I and everyone? Well, I am doing good. I hope everyone else is as well. Penny deserves better. It's up to me to take her away from the bad environment. You're falling for it. You're falling for the, oh, the damsel in distress. She needs saving. Penny and Leah. Penny and Leah, man. Leah with her terrible ex-boyfriend, you know? It really plays into that where like, oh my god, so many men like Leah. You know, like it's just a thing. But you could say the same about a lot of the women like Sebastian. So, you know, he really made someone for everyone. So don't save damsels. Nah. No. They can look. Women can take care of themselves, you know? Just you should never go in and try like think, you know, like try and fix someone, you know? That's unless it's a video game. I guess Stardew is a video game, but you know, like you should like save Zelda. But they also should make her not need saving at some points, you know? Yeah, it's a there's definitely I don't have a strong opinion too much about like my favorite my favorite like I don't feel very I'm not like very into any of the Stardew Bachelor or Bachelorettes. Zelda needs to pull herself up for her bootstraps. I mean, yeah, true. I mean, she does save Link as well. Like they save each other these days, you know. She's a cool ninja and pirate once. Yeah, she's. I mean, she's doing. She's very powerful in her own right, you know. I guess they do save each other now, but I just don't like how she like gets like she like disappears for the whole game, you know. Like she's like trapped somewhere, or she's like, you know, other things may have happened to her, you know. I want her to be like present. I want her to go on with us. But obviously, like we all know, playable Zelda is copium. It's just copium. I don't know what would get me to play the next Zelda game. It really depends what it is, you know? Because Tears of the Kingdom was a bit of a letdown, but I guess if there was like a new one with like a new map, I think what I really need is a new place to explore. Because I was very upset that the Tears of the Kingdom map was the same as the Breath of the Wild map. You just don't know. It's not a good time. I haven't heard the song in so long. But this song is such a vibe for like a chill day, you know? Acoustic version of K-pop music. Yeah, this one's nice. Sometimes acoustic versions are like not the best, but this one's quite nice. And like also you wouldn't think that like whistle would work acoustically, but it does. It does. Yeah, like I think I used to like in Stardew I used to like Abigail, but like now as I'm older, they seem a bit young. Like I feel like Abigail and Alex and Sam seem very young. Like they're like Abigail's like, oh, like my parents don't understand me. She kind of seems like she's like a teenager, you know. So as I've gone, like I've played Stardew for like throughout the years, you know. Like I probably started when I was a bit younger. So like back then I was like, oh, like I really like these characters, but as I've grown up, I've changed my opinion, which I guess makes sense. Maybe that's why. Maybe when I'm 30, I'll finally come around to Harvey, you know. Maybe, but then I feel like if I'm 30, I would go for Elliot instead. Cause I do like Elliot. I have once saved many a duck feather for Elliot. You're about to bring up Harvey again? I mean, who really understands anyone? That's true, that's true. But it seems like they just have like a very like teenager outlook, you know? About their like, oh, I just kicked my slipper around. What? Come on. Why did I do that? Wait, okay, there we go. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. When it's nice out though, you can see so much dust everywhere. I had to like vacuum everything and like clean my desk, and I had to clean like my kitchen counter because the sun was shining on it, and I could see all the dust. You know. And then when it's sunny, oh my god, the inside of my car is so dusty again. Like I vacuumed it not that long ago, and now the entire inside is like completely dusty. And even when I open the window and drive, so it like gets blown around, it's still dusty. I'm like, it's a problem. Dust particle filtering through the sun. Yeah, the graphics are 2 HD in the sun, and I can see how dusty everything is. No wonder I was like getting all like allergic. Too much ray tracing. Exactly. I feel like my PC is still holding up though. Like my PC's like what, 3 years old now, and I still feel like I can run any game I want. Like I haven't really had any. I mean, it's not like I'm playing like crazy graphics games or anything like that, but it seems totally fine to me. And even when I'm playing like VR, it's like it's fine. I got a warning when I booted up Half-Life that I was using too much GPU memory or something, but I didn't notice anything wrong with the game, so it was fine. And welcome in, Ken. How are you? Yeah, when that popped up, I just closed everything else, and then it seemed okay. I don't know. I don't know what GPU memory is either. I know my GPU had memory, but I'm just like, you know what, seems fine. And I recently just like cleared out a bunch of space in my computer. I just deleted everything I don't need. For some reason, if you guys have League of Legends installed, my Riot Games folder. So League of Legends is not that big, right? It's like maybe like less than a couple gigs kind of thing. But my Riot Games folder had 25 gigs of data. And I was like, why? Like, why is there so much? So I uninstalled everything and reinstalled it, and now it's like there's like nothing there now. I think it's like for some reason there's something going on with like the logs or something. Like, it like stores a bunch of logs and it's like 20 gigs. And I was like, that's kind of stupid. You doing good? Just sleepy? Oh no. It's the weekend. You gotta catch up. You're gonna say mine's good too, but then the only game I play is an FPS game from 2017 on the lowest graphic settings. Right. But yeah, so I haven't really I don't play stuff as too intensive, but I was playing like Elden Ring and stuff, and it's totally fine. You don't have the Riot Spyware in your PC? I don't have Riot Vanguard because I don't have Valorant. But I think they're gonna start having that for League of Legends as well. But I haven't played League of Legends in months, so I don't really play that much. And welcome in, Ricky. Hope you're doing well today. You can run a lot of games with old hardware and the right configuration. Sometimes people are too picky, I think. Yeah, if you just turn on the graphics, usually it's fine. I'm not too much of a graphics enemy. I like pretty looking games. But I don't really care that much about performance unless it's distracting. But I do appreciate good graphics, but for me it's more in like the details. Rather than like the actual like resolution or the frames. You caught up on so much sleep the past couple days, trying to rest as much as possible before I go out and work a bunch of overtime. Well, I'm glad you've been catching up. Hopefully you can just store that sleep up and then get that money and then hibernate again. It's nice that some game developers are making the games requirements not so crazy high. We can all enjoy games without buying new tech. Exactly. I mean, a lot of the best games out there require like hardly any hardware at all. Like, like I've been playing the hell out of Stardew Valley, and you can play that on your phone, You can play that on Switch, you can play that on your phone, like there's a lot of games out there, and I mean, I feel like a game should be optimized, so it should be able to be played on like a lower hardware. But then the developers are just really bad at optimizing games. Because the only like game that I've had like issues with, like performance wise, are like games that are like just poorly made. Like for example, like when I played Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, it like just didn't run. Like I had to put on like lower graphic settings, which it shouldn't have to. Um, and it would like crash and stuff, and like it's really on the developers to do that, I think. Yeah, everything else has been fine. I don't feel the need to. I don't care that much about having like the latest tech or anything like that. But just not really something I care about. So I think I'll be able to keep this PC for hopefully a few more years. I don't have a I don't have a strong desire to upgrade it. I'll only upgrade it once it starts like the components start like slowing down, I guess. Like if the computer starts being like slow in general, you know? Because I don't think I have the I don't need to go to like I don't need like the beefiest computer ever. And I have a PS5. So like that's like sufficient for me as well for a lot of games. I do like a good console game. Although I thought the PS5 was very expensive. You're still waiting for a new case to upgrade to? I thought it was coming out soon. Is it not out yet? Nobody can see. Yeah, so I'm also happy playing on DS, you know. I have a DS or like playing on my phone. I play Genshin on my phone instead of my computer. Although, do you guys if you were there on like stream on Wednesday, the new Genshin patch was like lagging like crazy. And then I was playing Genshin on my phone yesterday, and my phone started just like heating up. My phone was like burning. Um, so like, so like, I think something's really unoptimized with the current Genshin patch because my phone has never had a problem running Genshin, even for like a very long time. It's from a one-man company, so there aren't really firm deadlines. Oh, okay, okay, I see. Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, it comes out soon then. Sometimes I have like hairs, and like it's like these hairs, like the ones that are bleached. So I have like some like random like white hairs. It's also his part-time job. Oh, well, I guess he can't make enough money from selling those cases. That's crazy. He's working hard. Yeah, I don't have any like. I don't think I have any like new tech things really. Like I'm. I think that VR headset is gonna be like my only tech thing for a long time. I don't really have it. Like I'm not gonna need a new phone for a while. Like I'm not gonna need a new phone for a long time, and I pretty much bought everything I need for streaming. Um, like over the years, I bought kind of. I'm not. I don't see a upgrade path that's like really worth it. Like I could buy a more expensive camera, a more expensive mic, but I'm happy enough with what I have. It's really not necessary. And in terms of Switch 2, it really depends on what kind of console it is, and what if the games will be backwards compatible. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm very happy with the Switch. Like I don't. I think the Switch is like a really really great console. Um, I love the handheld. I love being able to dock it. So like I'm just like I'm happy with it. So I wouldn't want to upgrade it if I don't have to. They're very high quality. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. It must be. It'll probably be worth it then. You upgrade your phone when the next one comes out. How old is your phone? Like I've never been one to upgrade to the latest phone, but when I got this is like 13. I got the latest one, so I think I'm set for this one for a very long time. I'm probably gonna use this one for like years and years. Cause I usually don't get the newest one, but I was playing a lot of mobile games at the time and stuff, so I thought it was kind of worth, and I actually have been enjoying it, and I think I'll get my money's worth by using it for many years. You never custom anything, you're just a casual gamer anyway. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, fair enough. I don't think I have anything custom. I guess my PC is like custom built, but that's like cheaper to build it yourself sometimes. And welcome in, Night. How have you been? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Um, the Switch rocks. Your brother hacked it. I have not done that. I played some like mods and stuff on emulator. That was also one thing I was seeing when I was like trying to clear out my PC. I was like, oh, the emulator is taking up like 20 gigabytes, but I remember how much of a pain it was to set up the emulator that I'm like not gonna delete it. I'm just gonna keep that around because I will not do that installation again. Yeah, the 13 Pro, but the back is fully busted. Oh, right, because you didn't have a case. um, he also hacked his PS4. He's a fiend. I homebrewed my DS, but that's about as far as I'll go because it's a DS and you can't really like get games on it until like nowadays, right? So that's why I did it. But I wouldn't hack. I don't think I would hack my Switch. You're good. Been working. Hope things are well with you. I'm glad you've been good. Yeah, I'm basically the same thing. Just working, streaming, same old, you know. But things have been good. Yeah, we'll see about the Switch. Time to send the police after you. Yeah, I hacked my DS. Come get me. But yeah, it's because like I'm pretty sure you can't buy games anymore on the DS, and I wasn't gonna, you know, buy all of them. So maybe Nintendo wants to come after me for downloading Nintendogs and Cooking Mama. But yeah, I do love a good handheld, and I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I love mobile gaming. I'm a big mobile gaming enjoyer. So I was looking for some, but there's not a lot of like good ones out there, you know. There's a lot of garbage on the mobile games market. Cooking Mama is so good. They're back to the R4. Oh my gosh, I didn't have an R4. I had an Edge card. That is nostalgic. Unfollows. What mobile game? There's some good mobile games out there. But yeah, there's a lot of garbage. But it's just so convenient. I like playing on my phone. It's very nice because you can just pick it up and put it down whenever you want. You know, it's not like it's easier if you don't have a lot of time. Even playing a little Hearthstone again on your phone. Fair enough. Fair enough. I know there's some good card games on the phone. In Cuba, every gaming console is usually pirated since game selling platforms and stores aren't a thing. Oh, I mean that's fair enough. I guess if there's no online market, then like what are you gonna do? You know? I think that's the case with a lot of Nintendo games where it's like people want to buy it but they can't. You know? Oh, now I'm falling because you said there's a lot of garbage out there. You're both a mobile game hater and a mobile game defender. I see. I see. I mean, I'm just telling the truth, you know? But if you guys have some good mobile game suggestions, let me know. I tried playing Hello Kitty Adventure Island and it was bad. It wasn't that entertaining. It was very there just wasn't much to it, you know? I think it was for kids. I had like my 1 month trial of Apple Arcade and I was having fun, but nothing really stuck, you know? I just play Genshin, and in the past I played like League of Legends on my phone a lot. But I haven't played that in a while. But that's like the extent of I think that's the extent of the best mobile games because like there's like ports of games like say like Stardew Valley or like Genshin, like games that are also available on PC, and then there's also like competitive games like there's like PUBG, there's like Wild Rift, there's like lots of things, right? And welcome in Cheesy, is that correct? Are you a Steam Deck enjoyer? I don't have a Steam Deck, so I cannot say. But I'm like a handheld Switch enjoyer. I do like that kind of experience for sure. But Steam Deck is expensive, so I don't have one. You have a game on the Apple Arcade, it's a game called Fantasian. It's made by the OG Final Fantasy director. That's cool. I would check it out, but I don't have my Apple Arcade subscription anymore. I tried the free trial and then I was like, oh, this probably isn't worth it because I'm not playing like enough mobile games to warrant the subscription to Apple Arcade. So I just didn't. I just didn't bother. Sakaguchi, that's the OG. The new mobile Ragnarok game on mobile looks cute. Ashima watched a deal to promote it, but it actually looks playable. Okay, okay. I know there's like, what is it? Like, yeah, Ragnarok Online. It's kind of like I've seen things of it, but I'm not sure. I mean, like usually they're free, so like you could just try it out. I play a really obscure indie game called Pokemon Go. Wow, wow. How hipster of you. You played it within the free trial month. Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's everyone's experience. Cause like you get the trial and it's like, it's not really worth it. Like unless you play mobile games like every day, I'm like, I want to keep paying for, I don't want to keep paying for, just to keep playing the games I have. I'd rather own the game, you know? And so for example, there's some good games like ports that I would want on mobile, like Stardew Valley or Don't Starve. But I'd rather just pay for the game outright rather than paying for the subscription. Yeah, she did a raid today. It was cold. I'm sorry. What was the Pokemon? There's this old Mega 64 YouTube video, and they somehow asked Sakaguchi to do a sketch with them, and it's funny. What's funny? I mean, I guess he just has some free time, you know? Especially with all the subscriptions we already have. Yeah, what subscriptions does everyone have? I've tried to cut back. I just have Apple Music. I have Apple Music and I have Nitro, Discord Nitro. Which is kind of like, I don't know. No, I feel like Discord Nitro is not super worth it. Like I only have it because I have my own server, right? And I have my iCloud storage subscription, which is like $1. Raid Day with Kyogre. You got 4 shiny ones, but no good ones. I guess just aesthetic over function. Spotify, YouTube Music, Discord Nitro. That's a good pared down list, you know? You don't want too much. No subscriptions apart from work? Okay, okay. I guess I have 1 Twitch sub. I guess that also counts. But that's about it for me. I used to pay for like the Genshin pass, but or the Welkin Moon, but I don't do that anymore. I think I have a couple for cloud drives and Amazon. Oh yeah, right. I forgot about Prime. Okay. Prime too. Yeah, he had more subs than I thought. That's what always happens. Only have like movie and TV streaming through like my mom. So I don't like pay for that. I used to pay for Disney Plus, but then I wasn't using it at all, so I canceled it. You really gotta be careful and like you have to think like, do I really use this, you know? Because it's really easy to keep a bunch of subscriptions that you don't really use. And if you could live without it, just cancel it. Harvest timekeeping, does that count? Or like you can just like check all your subscriptions? I think that's all I have. And welcome in Lee, how are you? You don't take any movie and streaming stuff. YouTube is just because I pay like $4. Oh, that's a good deal. $4 is like the family. Oh, I forgot about Nintendo Online. I feel like I barely use that though. Like I cancel my Just Dance one because I don't really do it. And I don't think I even use my Nintendo Online one. Cause I don't really play like I don't really play with people on Switch anymore, you know? Because I used to use it for like Animal Crossing and stuff, but I don't really need that. Nintendo Online just renewed, but I never use it. I know. I never really think about that one because it's like the yearly one is so cheap. It's like $25 for the whole year. So it's like you never really think about it. It's not like a month. Like by month, isn't it like so little? It's only like a couple of dollars a month. Because if you pay like, even if you pay like 30, it's like it's only like a couple of dollars a month, right? You have Nintendo Online too. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Because like that one is like you're obviously just gonna get the annual one, right? So yeah. 35 for like 7 people. Oh yeah, the family plans are worth. I just don't want to bother with them sometimes. And Lee, thank you so much for the 13 months. I mean, yeah, that means you've been here for a year. That's a long time. Thank you so much. It's been time just flies, man. We're already halfway through March. It's gonna be April before we know it, you know? And then we're already like, it's just, it's gonna be 2025 before we know. It is crazy. It's crazy to think about like how long ago certain things are, you know? Or, like how long it's been since certain, like if you think back to like, oh, like this happened like in 2022, you're like, damn, that was a long time ago. But it feels so recent. Christmas again soon. No, it just ended. Yeah, I feel like I don't know if time always moved this fast. Do you think time always moved this fast when we were like kids too? I feel like time was slow when I was a kid. Everything pre-COVID feels like a lifetime ago. It does. It really feels like I barely remember it, you know? It gets faster the older you get. I guess, yeah, I guess we're all just getting older. Yeah, I guess it's just a thing. Because you're getting closer to death. It just flies by. But yeah, I think we all feel that like collectively as well, because like COVID just like felt like it just like snapped by, you know, like it just like took away a few years, you know? So I think that probably plays into it quite a bit as well. Because you don't even realize like those years kind of just like all blended together, you know, like 2020 and 2021 just kind of like it just kind of got away from it kind of got away from me. Yeah, it's hopefully we can, you know, have a good year and like feel like it didn't just like go by without doing anything. I feel like I just kind of like live life day to day, you know? And then like before I know it, it's just like been a long time. You like the good Adama? Thank you, thank you. I feel like I need a different spot for it. Cause like it's always covered by the mic. But I don't really know what I can do about that, you know? Like I guess I would lift up the mic, but then it creates a shadow from the light, which is an issue. But then like I feel like if Gudetama is like kind of covered, then the people who know, you know, like they're like people who recognize Gudetama just from this. That they're the real ones, you know. You're gonna live forever. Good luck. Good luck. Would you even want to live forever? Feel like you don't even know how to enjoy life anymore? I mean, what are some things you enjoy? Um, recently days have been flying by, but sleeping for my usual 5 hours, it felt like 10. Oh no. Well, 5 hours. I mean that's good that it feels like longer, but I feel like I'll wake up and I feel like I haven't slept enough a lot of time. I feel like we have the opposite experience. Yeah, I could not survive on 5 hours. Yeah, exactly. If I get less than 8, I'm a zombie. Honestly, I cannot survive on 7 hours. Like maybe for like one day, like for like a day or two, I'm fine. But like, um, I need to like eventually get 8. You know, I'm just not good with that. But maybe I think I just like don't fall asleep quickly as well. I need to get up 8 hours from now. Wait, so do you normally sleep? You normally sleep like an hour from now, right? Is that correct? So you normally sleep like 7 hours before you have to wake up? That is cutting it close. I usually sleep at like, I usually sleep, go to bed at the time where it's like, I usually go to bed 9 hours before I have to wake up. Um, you're feeling like a zombie nowadays? Maybe I need some more sleep. Sometimes I feel like that, but then like a nice day comes or I get some fresh air and then I'm like, you know, life is good, you know? But yeah, maybe I just need more sleep. You're on a 17-hour flight recently? Oh no. Yeah, that is a long flight. Like I feel like traveling just ruins my sleep schedule. I mean, I think that's normal. Like even if you try and get a little bit, I don't like jet lag and like stuff like that 'cause I have a very consistent sleep schedule. So it definitely hits me. You only have early lecture on Monday, so you just tank the one horrible. Oh, so you want to keep the consistent schedule, I see. That makes sense. I usually just tank the weekends, or like Monday when I like have kind of like been waking up a bit later, and then like on Monday I have to like go back to waking up earlier, and it's like a whole thing. Or I just keep telling myself I'm gonna wake up earlier, but I don't. And then like one day I have like a 7 a.m. meeting, and I'm like, okay, now I actually have to wake up earlier, and I am not happy about it. But it's usually okay. Usually like my work schedule is pretty flexible. You wake up and then lie in bed for 2 hours. I'm the worst about that. I don't do 2 hours because like I usually have to get up, but like um I I sometimes I have a trouble getting out of bed right away. But apparently that's because I was like looking into it, and then people are just saying like you probably just can't get up because you're not getting enough sleep. Like if you got enough sleep, you wouldn't want to stay in bed for longer. You wouldn't want to like keep snoozing the alarm. Who else is up for a 7 o'clock meeting? East Coast and Ireland. I think I'm the only one who's there at like 7 a.m. for me. But like technically I like finish work at 3 p.m. So I should be starting at 7. The Irish show is ruining everything. Right, right. What else did they ruin? I don't know what they ruined. Is there some like stereotype? Something. They ruined something. What did they ruin? I don't know. I'm trying to think of some like egregious food crime, that I encountered when I was in Ireland, but I don't think anything. I can't remember anything like that. Oh, actually, they ordered Chinese food, and there was fries with the Chinese food. I was like, that can't be right. They're like, oh, like we have, like what kind of fries do you want with your like Chinese food? I was like, what? That makes no sense. They're being a corporate tax haven. I mean, okay, fair enough, yeah. Um, you get fries with your Chinese food sometimes. Do you live in the UK? Are are you British? Did I hear that right? Yeah, like and no Chinese restaurant here would have fries. Like I live in a very like there's a lot of Chinese people here. There's a really big Chinese population in Vancouver. They would never have fries. Salt and pepper fries. I mean, the fries were good, but it's just like the fact that it's it's served with Chinese food is kind of weird. At the British Isles thing, Northern Lion is also in disbelief about it. Me and Northern Lion always on the same page. You live in NYC? What? Did it come across the ocean? Maybe you got infected by the weird fries with Chinese food thing. Oh yeah, and then also like yeah, the chips and the curry, like having fries instead of rice for curry. That's ridiculous. What is that? It's very normal to have chips with Chinese in England and with Indian food. People have chips with everything. I was in London and then I had pasta, and then they were like, "Do you want fries with that?" And I was like, "No, like I'm having pasta." So weird. Chips and curry sauce. I agree to disagree, Lee. I can't. I just can't. Carbs is carbs. No, it's not. No, it's not. All the Chinese places here have fries for the people who don't like rice. What the hell? That's the whitest thing I've ever heard. But welcome in, PK. It's one of the side items. They have plantains too. You can get them. Yeah, if it's a side item, understandable. No, not even that understandable. It's just a bit weird. But like the curry with the fries is weird. Is more weird. Pasta and fries is a little strange. I was very surprised by that. I was like, why would you ask me that? Like, people here mix pasta with rice and beans. Oh. But pasta with rice and beans. Pasta and rice seems like an overkill, you know? Who doesn't like rice? Yeah, rice just doesn't have like rice doesn't really have like a flavor, you know? Like how can you not like rice? I understand like not loving rice, but it's like it's just plain. Like it has no flavor. It's for us white people. You guys, you're right. If you're so white you can't even handle like white rice, then yeah, fair enough. You do live in redneck Mecca? It is very white. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, that's why I said like I could never live in like the Midwest of America or something like that, you know? Or like a place where there's like only white people. Like I would not survive, like food wise, you know? It's usually curry sauce with the chips. I don't think the curry sauce actually tastes like curry. I haven't tried it, so I'm not sure. Okay, good, good. Maybe it's just like a flavor, like the flavor of the chips, you know? We need to get Alex in here to ask their opinion on rice. True, true. I feel like they would be fine with rice, no? You like rice with something that just want fries instead? But if it's Chinese food, you like when I'm eating Asian food, I have to have rice. I would not eat fries with that. That's like saying like, what would be like a white people example? Maybe like I don't even know. What would be like? What would be like the equivalent? You know, like if you were having a sandwich, and then they were like, "Oh, would you like? Do you want to replace the bread in the sandwich with like pasta?" Like I feel like it just doesn't work because like it just doesn't go together. You know, like Asian food is like meant for rice. You know. Rice is too spicy, of course, of course. With the chicken wings or ribs. I mean, that's fine. That's like Western food. Like wings and fries make sense. But like just Chinese food doesn't make sense. You're just in America and the food portion. Oh my god, yes. American portion. We were just talking about this yesterday. American portions are ridiculous. Like one portion at like an American restaurant could feed me for like a week. As a Brit, curry sauce and chips sounds gross to me too, and I don't have chips with my Chinese or Indian. Okay, good, good. You're one of the good ones. Your rice prefer chips and Asian food is crazy to me. Yeah, I think that would never happen in Asia. Or onigiri's flavor or something, or is it famous just because? Yes, they are. At the most plain, they still have like salt, in the rice, and sometimes there's like something in the middle. There's usually some sort of filling in the middle, or there's like sprinkles mixed in, like usually like kind of like seaweed sprinkles or like different flavor, like fish flakes or something like that, and they have seaweed on the outside. You like a double cheeseburger and a side of lo mein. Exactly. That's just weird, isn't it? Like having like oh like they just don't go together. They have it as an option to make the menu. I know, I know. It's just bizarre to me that it's like a normal thing. They have pizza egg rolls at the Chinese place I go to. That is not a Chinese food place. What the hell? I remember someone was telling me like they're from the Midwest and they went to a sushi restaurant, but they didn't like sushi, so they had chicken strips. I was like, what kind of sushi restaurant has chicken strips? Like that's like that's like the whitest sushi place I've ever heard. That's like to me that's not a sushi place, you know? Um Sausage, chips, and curry sauce from the chippy. I mean, sauce makes sense. Like curry, as long as you're not calling it like curry. Like you're not having like a full curry, but like replacing the fries with the, oh sorry, the rice with the with fries. Um, but like different like flavorings for fries is probably fine because you have like chili fries, you have like poutine, like that's fine, but not like having full on curry with fries instead, you know. They also have half Chinese Mexican food places in NYC. I mean, fusion does exist. I went to a place as long as they're like like changing the recipes to like mix them together well. Like like Korean tacos is a thing, and those are really good. We went to a place in New York that had sells Chinese food and bagels. What the hell? Something's they need to stop. These are all food crimes, you know? If you like um I'm sure if you went to China and you were like if you asked for fries with their meal, they'd be like, what the hell? Like they'd be like, get out. Like um people do have Indian just dip chips in here too. What? Okay, okay. It's automatically it's now back. I thought maybe it was okay, but it's gone back. My team at work had one guy who didn't like Chinese food, but he still go with us for lunch. So he was the one who ordered the burger and fries. Wait, you have burger and fries at your Chinese food, do your Chinese restaurant? How can you? I don't understand the people who don't like a cuisine. Cause like there's a lot of like it's Chinese food is not like one food, you know? Like it's like many different types of food, you know? Um, like how can you not like all of it? Like some things are very like some things in Chinese food are very like unobtrusive. Like obviously like being like okay I can't eat like chicken feet, like fair enough. Or like I can't eat spicy food, like fair enough. But like some of the stuff is like very just like it's like stir fried meat or like stir fried veggies or like fried chicken. You know, like I'm like you can't eat that, like or like just like fried rice, like you can't eat that, like come on. The only way to describe it is like a sweet and sour sauce, but it's kind of like a sweet curry. Nothing like masala or actual curry sauce. Oh, okay, okay. I guess that's fair enough. I sometimes dip my fries in a sweet and sour sauce. A new guy went to consider dumplings exotic food and didn't eat it. Oh god. That is that is so white. So I kind of guess sometimes you're not in the mood for a food. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, just saying like I can't eat any of it is like bizarre. Cause like I think that's a bit like I don't know like I think they're just very ignorant. They just don't know like um they just don't know like the type of food. Like they don't know the extent of the food, right? He was an older southerner, set in his ways. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. It wasn't just Chinese he didn't like. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people who are very picky about the food, right? They don't eat anything like yeah, like you said, or like nice said, like exotic, you know? It's like, come on, man. You'd love to experience Chinese food in China just to see how different it is from that in Britain and Western cultures. Well, I mean, like we have a lot of Chinese. Well, like I said, we have a really large Chinese population here, so we have a lot of authentic Chinese food here. Um, I think it's quite similar as long as you get like an authentic place. It can be quite similar, but it's not the same as like like fast food Chinese food like like sweet and sour pork or like orange chicken. That is not like that's not like that's not like a real Chinese food, but it's it's like more like a westernized Chinese food. Dumplings, yeah. But yeah, it's a I don't think I could deal with that. I don't know anyone like that IRL because like here it's like Vancouver's a very multicultural place. Like even white people eat sushi regularly. It's like a normal thing. But like I don't think I could ever like. I think I've never. I've heard of many people who are just like. I feel like for me that would be like a deal breaker, in terms of like being able to like go out to eat with this person, right? Like if they were the type of person who were like I only eat like beige foods and like dumplings are too exotic, like I would not like I'm sorry, I cannot associate with you, you know? It's very like it's very close-minded. If they're not even willing to try, Like I understand like you can't control what you like and don't like when you taste something. But if you're not even willing to try and you like, and especially if you like just brush things off and like kind of make like be like, oh, like I know I won't like that. Like as long as you have to be willing to try it. Um and welcome in Yuri. um Dumplings ain't exotic. Yeah, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. That's mainly what we have here, so I feel like there'd be a lot of differences. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, if you ever, you don't have to go to China specifically, but if you ever go to a place where there's authentic Chinese food, like if you went to like America, if you went to like LA or like even New York, there would be lots of authentic Chinese food. Um, so you could always try it. Not, you don't have to go to China specifically. Um, as an Asian, you know what's exotic to me? Mashed potatoes. Fair enough, fair enough. Imagine just mashing potatoes into a paste and eating it, you know? That's crazy. Actually, that's not even that exotic. You know, korokke? The Japanese, like, croquette? That's basically mashed potato. So I think it's not that exotic. But I think that's taken from a lot of Japanese food is actually, like, stolen from the French. Because I realized a lot of Japanese food I like is actually, like, European. Like, we have, like, a popular cake in Japan is Baumukuchen, which is, like, German. And then also, Mont Blanc, which is like a Mont Blanc, like which is like a French cake. So like a lot of cakes are just like Japanese-ified European foods, you know? I didn't really realize that a lot of this food that I thought was Japanese is actually kind of like it is taken from other cultures, but I think it's a bit different in Japan. Sounds gross when you put it that way. Potato paste. Yum, yum. Some wet potato. Your family didn't eat potatoes growing up, really? I feel like potatoes are very common in, at least in Japanese food, but maybe yeah, in other places maybe it's not as common. Asian desserts are usually less sweet, which is good. Yeah, that's another thing we talked about America. Not only are their portion sizes really big, their sweets are so sugary. Like take like an American cake and like a European or Asian cake. The American cake has like twice as much sugar. It's so sweet. I cannot deal with them. America, man. We had stir-fried potato chips at the dish. Stir-fried potato chips. Was it good? Potatoes in a majority of restaurant meals in England. Yeah, yeah, potatoes definitely up there. And Ireland as well, of course. Are you telling me don't just stuff yourself with Twinkies? I've never had a Twinkie, I'm sorry. It looks really gross. I can't be bothered to. I don't want to buy a pack of Twinkies because I'm scared. What you're saying is Americans are the sweetest. Right, right. Yeah, that's definitely the America's reputation. Carbs on carbs. True, true. Potato. Twinkies are like gross taste like chemicals nowadays. Were they better in the back in the day? They're really nothing special. It does not look appetizing to me. I've seen it at Walmart and I'm like, that doesn't look good to me. You're looking for an American dessert to try and avoided the Twinkie? What did you end up going for? What is like American? Because like it's in Canada we have a lot of like we have a lot of overlap, but some things are America only. They're still like too sweet even back then. What even is a Twinkie? Is it like cream inside like a? It's like what is that? What is the outside of it? Is it like a sponge? Tried Pop Tarts though. Sorry, it's gonna be a hot take. I don't think Pop Tarts are very good. Like when they're not heated up, they taste terrible. And when you heat them up, they still don't taste that good. They're like only okay. Like the base is just not that good. It's like kind of like dry and like kind of cardboardy, you know? It's just not the best. Kind of sponge cake is on that. So it's a sponge cake with cream inside. That doesn't sound that. And it's like there's nothing wrong with like sponge cake and cream, but it's the fact that it's like it's like in a box stored at room temperature, and it's not like fresh. It's like that's the part that really gets me. Like it's just sitting there. Like how's the cream like stable? You know, like what is up with that? Yeah, it's just straight chemicals. Very preservatives. The mass-produced American desserts are all garbage. What's the best one? Too much cream for me in Twinkies. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely like a kind of person where it's like cakes always have too much icing. Or like if there's like a donut with like filling, I'm not a big fan. There's always too much. As a Canadian, what do you think about poutine? Poutine is great. Poutine is delicious. Twinkies are like sponge cake-ish stuff with cream. Yeah, okay. I never really knew it was on the outside. I wasn't sure if it was soft or if it was like a deep fried spring roll, kind of like crunchy texture on the outside. I just was not sure. Sounds sussy. Amija explains it. Yeah, like come on. The Twinkies does not sound appealing, no matter how you explain it. Okay. It just like what is going on with that? I don't think anyone's like a Twinkie defender though. You know, like I don't think anyone's out there saying like, maybe some people, but like I've never met a person who's like, oh no, like you're wrong. Like you need to try it and it's delicious, you know? Like I think people would recommend other things over that. Yeah, it's not a I don't think there's anything I really like. I don't think there's anything I really like go for when I'm in America, where I'm like, oh, I should really eat this when I'm in America, you know? Maybe like I mean, last time I was in America, I had In-N-Out, which is an American thing. It's regional, but still an American thing. It's pretty good. You hate my religion. The Twinkie religion, of course. What is the ritual? What is the daily ritual of the Twinkie religion? Do you like set one on fire as a sacrifice? Like if I want to feel my blood pressure rise, I eat it. True. If you want to immediately have a heart attack. Okay. Sleep well, zirconia, and good luck with your Monday. In-N-Out is overrated. I think you've told me this before, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good for the price because it's so cheap, right? Like, I'm not saying it's the best burger out there, but it's like it was really cheap, and for the price, it tasted better than like a same price burger from McDonald's. Because McDonald's is more expensive, but if you get like a really cheap burger from McDonald's, the In-N-Out one would taste better at least. Southern barbecue is probably the most worth. Okay, I agree. I've said this many times on stream. I am a hardcore cornbread enjoyer. I love cornbread. It's so good. That's the one like that's, but like even then it's like that's not even like I wouldn't associate with. I mean, it's American, yes, but it's not like white people food, you know. We eat 3 every meal. At the end, we bow to our Twinkie boxes. We're buried our coffin. This is a Twinkie. Oh, that's perfect. Y'all know it's overpriced here in America. Five Guys. It's overpriced everywhere. I mean, like Five Guys. Sometimes I do go for Five Guys, but it's so expensive. It's good. Like that's the thing. Five Guys tastes good. But it is very expensive. I agree. But sometimes, you know, as a treat, as a gourmet meal, you know, sometimes I gotta get some Five Guys. You also tried Popeyes, and it's kind of disappointing. Why no vegetables in burger? Oh, we don't have Popeyes here. I've never tried it. I thought Popeyes had chicken. Am I wrong? Depends on the cornbread. Okay, I'm sure there can be bad cornbread, but like a good soft cornbread, warm, so good. Nobody dislikes cornbread. Fair enough. You say they aren't that good, but you probably never tried a proper one. Which one? Cornbread? We're talking about like a bunch of different foods. They do it the chicken place. Okay. I was like, I swear Popeyes was chicken. And welcome in, CJ. You didn't like cornbread, Ricky? Okay, sometimes the cornbread is like too dry. Maybe you just didn't have a good one. Because like a good cornbread is delicious. I feel like if you like bread, you will like cornbread, you know? It's just like the bread is more like the texture is more like grainy, I guess. Um but it shouldn't be too dry. I definitely had some like bad cornbreads that are dry. But like a good one is like just the right amount, you know? It's like crumbly but like soft. With all the stuff I tried here that tasted way better than I remembered. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. What's the best like what's the best like Brazilian food in your opinion? I feel like we don't have that much of that cuz like we have a lot of diverse foods here in Vancouver, but what we're severely missing um is like Mexican food and not South African, South American food. For my mother's generation, if you couldn't cook a decent cornbread and biscuits, you weren't gonna find a husband. Oh God, that's what a wonderful time to be alive. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I remember now. I remember now. You have told me about this. I don't know if I can even find that here though. I don't think we have Brazilian food here. Um, Bread is bread. You can never go wrong, but biscuits are a whole different story. I mean, bread is my favorite food. I'm a big bread fan. Um, so I'm definitely a bread enjoyer. But you can have bad bread. I think you could have a bad cornbread, you know? It's definitely possible, but the bar is lower, you know? Because even if it's like okay, it's still bread. It's just carbs, you know? Yeah, that sounds like yeah, my grandma's kind of like that about the not being able to like cook or clean or whatever. So annoying. Like I feel like with your grandparents, like you can't really do anything about it. You kind of just have to be like, yeah, okay, grandma. Um, like and just like I'm not gonna change our mind at this point, so whatever. Um, Bread is good. I feel like biscuits are trying to kill us one way or another. Do you mean like American biscuits or do you mean like British biscuits? I can't hear like accent over over chat, so I'm not sure. Um, American. Okay, American. Okay, okay. Just it's gonna be a very different conversation depending on what you mean. Um, but yeah, I haven't had like I don't think I've really had like biscuits because we don't really like I'd have to go to like specifically like a southern place. Are biscuits the same thing as English muffins? Because we have something called English muffins, but I don't know if it's the same as a biscuit. Like if it's like like the McDonald's breakfast sandwiches, where it's like, it's like I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if they're the same thing. Let me Google it. Oh, they look similar, but biscuits are dry. Oh, okay, okay. I don't think I've ever had a biscuit. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a biscuit. I can't speak for this. I'm sure I would like it though. It does sound good, but I think I'm like when I imagine eating a biscuit, I imagine eating like a scone. And like scones are real good. So I think that's what I'm picturing in my mind. I can't like differentiate the scone from the biscuit, you know? But maybe I'll try it one day. I do like a good barbecue. Have you ever baked your own bread? No, I have not. Um, I've had homemade bread. Like my mom has a bread machine and she's made bread once in a while. She doesn't make it that often. But I've never made my own. I actually cooked with yeast for the first time, or I baked with yeast for the first time a couple weeks ago on stream. We made cinnamon rolls. And that was my first time using yeast. So yeah, I've never made bread. It doesn't seem that hard though. But I just like don't bother, because I just like I could just buy bread. It's not that expensive. Bread machines are so fun. Just throw the stuff in and chill. Yeah, yeah. It seems kind of OP. But yeah, I've not tried to use it myself. The bread machine that we have is actually my mom brought it back from Japan in the suitcase. She brought an entire bread machine. She stuck it in her suitcase and we brought it home. She was always doing stuff like that back in the day. But maybe Japanese bread machines are superior. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we need to do a bread. Well, actually, the problem with doing like a bread baking stream is that like you need to let it rise, right? So like it doesn't really work for like a stream format. Because like the cinnamon rolls, I only had to let them rise for like 30 to 60 minutes, depending on like where I put them. So it was just like, yeah. So I don't think that quite works. The next, I think I'll do not this. Okay, so this weekend is my mom's birthday weekend. So I can't do like a cooking stream this weekend, but the one after is the Easter weekend. So I'll probably do like an Easter baking stream. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna make. Maybe some like Easter cookies or something simple like that. But I haven't decided. So it'll be something like that. Not next weekend, but the one after. Japanese things are usually good quality. Yeah, I agree. Japanese manufacturing is usually like pretty good. Happy birthday to your mom. Thank you. Biscuits? Should I try making biscuits? How is that Easter related at all? I feel like those also need to rise, surely. Have you ever tried acai? It's like a Brazilian fruit. Yes, it was really popular here. It's like really common here now because it was like a trendy food like 10 years ago. It became really popular in the West. So like a lot of like there's like acai smoothies, acai bowls. Like it's really yeah, it's so popular. Yeah, it's like really trendy, or was, but now it's like normal. So now it's like so it's very common. Yeah. I guess it just caught on. Yeah, so like a lot of times if you go to like a smoothie place, there's gonna be acai somewhere. But I've never seen ice cream actually. I don't think I've ever seen acai ice cream. You never heard of it? You don't have it here? Really? Interesting. Okay, it didn't make it. I guess it's just like a North America thing. Yeah, so that I guess it just didn't catch on, and maybe it's hard to ship it. um, One thing I wish was more popular is lychee. I love lychee, and I've been wanting to buy it, but it's so expensive to buy it here. Um, maybe I need to hit up like TNT, which is like the Chinese grocery store. Maybe they have some like cheaper lychee there. Everything arrives in New Zealand like 2 years later than everyone else. Well, no. The acai has been around for like 10 plus years here for sure. Maybe it won't survive the 17-hour plane trip. In Australia they have acai ice cream. One Korean streamer I watch loves it. Oh, so maybe it's just not as common. Maybe it's just not as common. TNT is expensive though. I know, but lychee. Surely like okay. With Asian grocery stores, usually the Asian stuff is cheaper, but like the West, like if you try and buy like eggs from a Asian grocery store, it's like ridiculously expensive. I was trying to buy, I was looking, I was at H Mart and I was trying to buy honey, and the honey at H Mart was like $20. I was like, what? Like what is this? I think it's just like it's just it really depends. You got to buy the right things in the right places. Yeah, welcome in P. Hope you're doing well. Maybe I'll go out today and suddenly see it. Maybe now that you're like aware of it, you'll be like, oh, acai is everywhere. You just gotta hit me up. My aunt did not go to Florida, grow them for recreation. What? They grow lychee in Florida? So maybe I can get lychee cheaper than I think if it's imported from America and not like Asia. Okay, I'll have to keep looking. Maybe it's just not lychee. When is lychee's growing season? Is it summer? But it'd be the best honey. It wasn't even. It was just normal honey. It was just overpriced. So don't buy Western groceries in H Mart. Is what I'm saying. What is the best fruit in your guys? I mean, okay, I feel like we've had this conversation like multiple times, but like, there's a lot of really good fruits out there, you know. Like I'm pretty partial to like blueberries or yeah, obviously mango is a very good fruit. Um, but I'm usually kind of cheap and I think like it's hard to buy like usually like strawberries and stuff are very expensive. Until like the summer. Manuka honey is considered the best, but I think it's way more than 20. I just have normal honey. I don't really care. But yeah, I don't think the one at H Mart was any special honey. Um, Late summer, June to September. Oh, that's like all summer. That's great. Okay, I'll keep an eye out. Lots of fruit are great, but dragon fruit is very disappointing. I agree. It kind of tastes like it kind of tastes like nothing, but with a slight like vegetable-y flavor. You know what I mean? Like it kind of tastes like you like took like a took like a fruit that had like very little flavor, and then you cut it on the same cutting board as like celery. That's what it tastes like to me. I'm not a fan of dragon fruit. It's not like bad, but it's not like good. You know? Accurate, yeah. That's what it tastes like to me. Like the first time I had it, I was like, why does it kind of taste like a vegetable? Like it's just weird. You like dragon fruit drinks a lot, but they probably add like a lot of sugar to those, right? Because if you have like just pure dragon fruit, it doesn't taste like much. Even tomato has more flavor than it. Yeah, true. You think you just like sugar? Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I'm sure the flavor itself is good. It just doesn't have enough of it. Yeah, but I do like. I would say I like most fruits. I'm definitely a fruit enjoyer. But I'm pretty like bad at grocery shopping regularly, so I don't usually buy like a lot of produce because it's like it goes bad quickly. They do add a lot of sugar to the dragon fruit drinks. I think they have to, yeah. Otherwise, it would taste very little. The one that's at Costco has a bunch of sugar in it. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I like a good lychee drink. I'm a lychee. You guys know I like a lychee jelly. But I don't usually drink like juice that much. I sometimes have like green juice, but like those have so much sugar in it as well. It just like makes you feel like you're being healthy. You do get a lot of vitamins out of it, but it is very sugary. But I guess it's like fruit sugar, so it's not. It's just like I guess it's not like processed as much, but sugar is sugar. But I'm a sugar enjoyer, so I'm not like anti-sugar by any means. I feel like there's a lot. Yes, it's better than a Twinkie. Exactly, exactly. I feel like sometimes people are too hard on sugar. But I don't usually eat sweets like that. I prefer carbs. As someone who's likes bread a lot, I definitely prefer carbs. Um, but I right now my favorite snack is like the Korean rice snacks. So there's a couple ones. There's ones that are like a big disc of like puffed rice. It's like a disc. It's like thin, and it's like just rice. And then there's one that's like a cylinder, and it has like puffed rice all like clumped together in like a cylinder, and it's like a bit. That one's a bit sweeter. Those are my favorite snacks right now, which is just like carbs, I guess. It's just like carbs and air, which is delicious. I love it. But yeah, the thing is, and I have I bought mini eggs for Easter, and I've been enjoying those. But like, it's a bit too sugary for me. I'm like eating them, and I'm like after a certain while, I'm like, oh, my mouth, like I'm like I just feel like too chocolatey, you know. Your mom loves those puffed rice snacks. They're good. They're good. You haven't had it for a while, but shrimp crackers are great. Oh yeah, the ones that are like long, those ones are good, and the ones that are like a pink like cookie kind of looking thing, like it's really thin, the disc. Those are really good too. There's a lot of good shrimp. There's so many good shrimp crackers out there. They're all good. Just like the tiny seaweed that comes in tiny packs, kind of the snack. Absolutely, seaweed's delicious. I always have a nice like I always buy like Korean seaweed, like the dried seaweed with in sesame oil. But I actually prefer Japanese seaweed There's Japanese seaweed. It's called like ajitsuke nori, which means like it basically means like seaweed with like flavor, like flavor added. And it's I don't know how to describe it. If you've never had it, it's very hard to describe. It's not like dried. Sorry, it's not like you know the Korean ones are like there's like holes and stuff in it and they're very thin. The Japanese one is like much more dense and it has like almost like a sweet but sharp flavor. It has a much stronger flavor than the ones that are just like oil, but it's really good. But I don't think they sell it that much here, so I only really have it like after a trip to Japan. We bring it home. But Japanese, not to be like biased, you know, not to be like too patriotic, but the Japanese one is kind of superior. But I guess it depends on what you're eating as well. Yeah, I wouldn't eat the Japanese one just as a snack. It's too strong. You definitely need the rice. And like I swear, if someone says like I swear like you know like rice with seaweed is like a common snack, but like I swear like the British are gonna start wrapping fries in seaweed. It's gonna happen. I'm not ready for this. You gonna keep an eye out for them? Yeah, it's really good. The Japanese one. If you've never had the Japanese, it's not very common, but if you happen to see it, it's really good. You also love shredded seaweed, like the bright green ones. Yeah. Seaweed's just good too, like in like soups and stuff like that. I know there's a name for it. Is it like you mean like not the dried ones, right? Americans probably gonna wrap it in bacon. That'd be so salty because like seaweed is already salted, and then like putting it in bacon and bacon is so salty. Like that's like I would actually like die. Don't be giving people ideas. Yeah, I probably gave them the seaweed and fries idea. Oh god, that's like that sounds so disgusting. It'll be the Scots who wrap fries in seaweed and then they'll deep fry it. Oh god. That is that's offensive. Yeah, not dried. I think it's just I don't know what people call it. Kelp? I guess it's not the same thing. I don't know what. I think it's just seaweed. I have no idea. But yeah, it's like seaweed soup and stuff, right? It's good. I think it would just be called seaweed. This is one of my favorite songs from Wendy's album, by the way. This one's really nice. I love this one and Better Judgment. Also, I didn't know what she was saying here. She's saying all colors turn. But it does not sound like that. Like now that I hear it, I understand it, but like she's like pronouncing it strangely. So I was like, what the hell is she saying? You're gonna make it healthier for you and replace rice with cauliflower rice? I mean, that would be fine, I guess. It probably tastes kind of similar. But it's not like rice is unhealthy. It just lacks nutrients, you know? Food crimes, I understand where you're coming from now. Thank you. There's definitely some. What song should we end off with? I have to wrap up pretty soon. Maybe we should end off with any ideas? We could do Wendy's new single. We could do Twice. Cauliflower rice is just cauliflower. Yeah, I think so. Or we already played like Fancy and stuff. Wanna be somebody, wanna be me. Did you say Wendy? Yeah, I said Wendy. Wendy released a new album or like a mini album recently. Twice I Got You. Yeah, I was thinking I Got You as well. It's kind of like a nice like it kind of has like a nostalgic vibe, you know? I like it. It's cute. We're gonna be here for a while trying to find out what song to play. I'm like, we have to end stream in 10 minutes and we spend 10 minutes trying to figure out what to play. It's like when do you guys ever like feel like, oh, I need to watch something while I eat, or like while I do something, and then you finish your food before you like find something to watch, you know? That's the vibe. I'm like a chronic like I need like YouTube always on in the background. Um so like I frequently do that. Always happens. Yeah, I'm very indecisive as well. I was just watching a video about lead vocalists in K. I like watching like obviously like K-pop is not where you go for like the best vocals in the world or whatever, but it's like I feel like I rarely get to hear K-pop like K-pop idols like singing like fully live. And I heard Yeji, I believe. And I never really I know they sing live like quite frequently. Um but like it's always like kind of like they're like dancing or like it's kind of hard to hear them over the backtrack. I never really heard that much of her. But Yeji is my favorite in ITZY. Trying to give your popcorn buckets at the theater. Checks out, checks out. I mean, I'm always very like trying to like pace myself with the popcorn at the movie, but it's very hard to do. And then I feel like if I try to save it for too long, I just like get bored of the popcorn, you know? And then I just stop eating it by the end, and there's too much popcorn left over. SM Entertainment's got good singers with vocals. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think SM is the only one that like consistently trains their idols because we all know Twice is not getting that training, and definitely Le Sserafim is not getting that training. So I think yeah, SM is definitely consistent. At least everyone's at least like passable, you know. Especially when you got to get through the trailers. Exactly. There's always so much trailers. I haven't been to the movies in so long though. Oh, I guess I went for FNAF. That was like a little while ago. No, with the Le Sserafim vocals. Sorry, Hive does not have vocal training. There's no way. It's kind of crazy that they like, cause they were like, I was watching like an interview with them and they were talking about like their schedule normally for training, and vocal training was not in there. I was like, come on, guys, you gotta include that. But I guess they don't care. They just kind of like, they're like, well, you're gonna lip sync anyway because you're dancing, so like, I guess they just don't focus on that. Kind of sad. I feel like I'm not expecting K-pop vocalists to be like the best singers ever, but I expect them to be like listenable. Like it doesn't hurt your ears to hear them sing. Like I feel like that's not a high bar, you know? Like it, I feel like anyone can get there like reasonably, you know, as long as they're not like completely tone deaf. But like um it's kind of sad that like even like for example like Twice has been around for a long time. Um but like like some of them I think their vocals are kind of unacceptably bad. Um Loki, I think the only one with okay vocals in the group is everybody's wife, Chaewon. Yeah, Chaewon was solid. I was very impressed. I was like, good job, Chaewon. And Yoonjin is pretty good. Like I don't have any problem with Yoonjin. And like kind of biased because I like her solo songs as well. We don't expect our best singers to be vocalists, but they shouldn't be JLo either. Yeah, I think it's like there's more to singing than there's more to like a good artist than just vocals, but like they should at least be passable, you know? Like okay, you know? If your job is to sing, you should be at least okay at singing, okay? And welcome in Jayla. Hope you're doing well today. They can't all be Wendy. I mean, yeah, they're not. Wendy's an exception, not the rule. I'm not being mean. I think the bar is low. You should check out the DBSK duo if you're into vocals. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but I don't know what that is, but I will check it out. Yeah, I like good vocals. Haven't heard too many bad K-pop singers, but maybe I don't have a good ear. Cause you don't hear them. They don't sing live very often. That's why. Like they're usually just like lip syncing or it's like auto-tuned or. I mean, if they're dancing, like valid. Like I cannot I cannot do a Le Seraphim dance and sing at the same time, okay? But it's more like they get their bad reputation from like encore stages where it's completely live. So if you haven't heard bad K-pop singers, watch some encore stages, okay? Watch the Le Seraphim encore stage, watch Twice encore stage, and you don't need a good ear to hear them. Just trust me. You mean I have to be able to sing to be a singer? Yeah, crazy, huh? But yeah, sorry, I accidentally went over the our ending song. Now we're repeating. Yeah, we'll finish with Wendy here. But yeah, I will leave it here for today. I have to go. But yeah, I'll be streaming again on Wednesday. We'll be playing some Genshin on Wednesday. The new patch was last week, so there should be a lot of stuff to do, hopefully. So yeah, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Okay, NMix is good at singing. NMix is good. No notes. But yeah, if you want more just chatting, that'll be on weekends. I was do just chatting on weekends, and like I said, at the end of the month on Easter weekend, we'll do another baking stream, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, otherwise next stream on Wednesday. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.